For this game, as the Flames have a chance to beat their arch rivals, the Oilers, in a playoff series for the first time, and it is underway with Krushelnyski, Gretzky, and Anderson up front, and the Oilers are offside, and it's going to be tough to hear the whistles in here tonight.
That's kind of interesting, Jimmy, right off the bat. Glenn Sather has changed up some lines. He's got Gretzky playing the left wing with Anderson and Big Mike Krushelnyski at center. And the man who has been looking after Gretzky in the first 5 games, Neil Sheehy, is not on the ice for Bob Johnson. And, of course, Johnson gets a choice to make his lineup after he receives the lineup from the Edmonton Oilers.
Glenn Sather having to mix things up because Gary Curry just hasn't played extremely well in this series. And Anderson's out there with him now. Here's Gretzky, number 99. Playing the puck over to Glenn Anderson, number 9, but the Flames turn it back. They have Tonelli, Risebrough, and McDonald, their veteran line out on the ice against the Oilers' first scoring line, you would think. Featuring Gretzky. Here's John Tonelli, number 27, to Risebrough. He shoots it just wide. Flames get the first good chance. Here's a centering pass from Risebrough to McDonald, and he shoots it wide from the point now. Jamie McCowan keeps the puck in for Calgary. McDonald is after it. Tonelli's back there as well. Risebrough has the puck. A centering pass. Tonelli got it out front, and Gretzky takes over for the Edmonton Oilers. No score. A minute gone in the first period. Anderson held at the line by Jamie McCowan. The Oilers are offside. It's intentional and will come down the length of the ice.
Boy, this place is just, they've gone bananas before we're a minute into the hockey game. And the Flames, of course, feeling that kind of enthusiasm are right on the offense immediately. A couple of good opportunities went wide of the net, but we talked about the top of the show. It is so important that Edmonton doesn't allow the Flames to get out in front.
Joel Otto, who has been one of the key Flames and perhaps their best forward in this series, is at center now, number 29, with Jim Poplinski, number 24, and Joey Mullen, number 7. For the Calgary Flames, Mark Messier, who has only 2 assists in the 5 games already played in this series, is at center right now for the Edmonton Oilers. Messier and Otto facing off now. Messier won the draw. Randy Gregg getting a chance to move it outside the blue line for the Oilers. Here's Esa Tikkanen with a long shot, and Mike Vernon makes his first save of the night. Tikkanen on with Curry, a centering pass. Curry couldn't get to it. Curry, Messier, and Tikkanen, the forwards, and a speedy bunch they are for the Oilers. Here's Messier on the backhand, moving in front, and Vernon got a piece of that puck and poke-checked Messier as he came in. The Oilers forechecking well. Tikkanen and Curry staying on the Flames' defense. There's a hit thrown by Messier. Randy Gregg trying to pass the puck to Curry. Now he'll shoot it. Vernon just got a piece of that and sent it fluttering wide of the net. Gary Suter and Esa Tikkanen fight for the puck on the end boards. A scramble for it. No score in the game. The Oilers come up with it. Mark Messier to the side of the net. Curry in alone. Nowhere to shoot it. Tried to get it to Tikkanen. It went wide.
Seemed like he was there forever.
Tikkanen has lost his helmet. Mike Vernon decides he better get the stop in play, and he holds on to the puck. 2 minutes into the game, no score. Calgary and Edmonton.
The pride is back. Born in America. The pride is back. Born in...
Jim Houston, Mickey Redmond, and Jim Kelly back at the Olympic Saddledome in Calgary. No score in the game, and 2 minutes and 3 seconds gone.
Seemed like Gary Curry stood in front of Mike Vernon all alone, Jim, for half the night. It was so long, and he just didn't know where to go with it. Vernon came out and challenged him, and finally, Curry, I think he was thinking, I got to get it up, but Vernon stayed with him, and he just missed the far side.
Oilers have had the first 2 shots on goal. The Flames haven't had one yet. Harry Barazan is speeding in for the Flames, was after the puck. He was ridden out of the play by Don Jackson. Barazan up front with Kerry Wilson and Hoken Lube for the Flames as the Oilers are called for icing. We'll remind you that the playoffs continue tomorrow night. The Hartford Whalers try and upset them up for all Canadians in the Adams Division final. Look for that one at 7:30 tomorrow night on ESPN.
Big Dave Semenko's back in the lineup for the Edmonton Oilers. He was on suspension in Game 5. We don't know how much he will play, but He is a plus for the Oilers just being in uniform. He keeps a lot of people honest. On the other side, Nick Petit was not dressed for Calgary as he wasn't in Game 5, and Tim Hunter is still dressed, although he didn't play in Game 5.
The Oilers are also without Lee Fogelin, who suffered a Charlie horse on Saturday night, and Steve Smith, a 23-year-old defenseman, is in the lineup. He's a rookie. There's a shot just wide of the net as Marty McSorley had moved in. McSorley to the point. There's Steve Smith, the rookie, moving the puck across the ice to Don Jackson. In behind the goal now, McSorley and McClellan went after it as Edmonton has its bruisers on the ice. McClellan after a loose puck trying to bat it out of the air. Dave Hunter comes in and falls as he's checked by Paul Reinhart. And the Calgary defenseman can't move it out. Hunter with his shot, and he scooped it up over top of the net. A rolling puck. And he got it up over the goal, and now the Flames pin the puck to the boards for a stopping play.
Right now, the Oilers are doing what they want to do, and that's force Calgary, and they're making some errors in their own zone. So far, Bob Johnson's crew has not had to pay for it. That time, McSorley, McClellan, and Hunter out there, and they're the lunch bucket crew on the Edmonton Oilers.
Bob Johnson said of Saturday night's game, you can't ask a team to do anything more than my team did in winning that game 4-1 in Edmonton. It was a terrific game, and he singled out for praise Mike Vernon, Joel Otto, and Perry Barazan as players who really led the team.
You know, I think the disturbing thing that the Oilers felt after Game 5 was that they played pretty well.
Yeah.
But Calgary just played a little bit better. That's all it took. The Oilers were frustrated in the third period. They hit ankles, feet, sticks, everything else. They just couldn't get it by Mike Vernon.
There's a shot just wide by Charlie Huddy, who's on the defense with Paul Coffey. Coffey really has to get going tonight if the Oilers are to come back and tie this series. Moving in on the boards to keep the puck in for Calgary is Colin Patterson, number 11. He steals it and shoots. And Grant Fuhr was there, standing up at the post to make the save. Craig McTavish is out with Semenko and Napier as the forwards for Edmonton as they try and move out of their own zone. A steal by Patterson, trying to center the puck. He's out there with Danny Quinn and number 19, Tim Hunter, who's in front of the net. But Quinn can't center. McTavish with a pass up to Coffey. Napier's in behind the defense. The breakaway pass, and Napier couldn't hold on to it. But a great play by Mark to get in behind the defense. But he couldn't hold on to the pass. Here come the Flames now at center with Danny Quinn. Still no score in the game, 4 minutes in. McInnes with a shot. And Fuhr kicked out on a long shot by Al McInnes, who can shoot it hard. Dave Semenko has a little trouble with the puck, but he flips it into that Calgary zone, and the Oilers change on the fly. Storming out is Wayne Gretzky's with Krushelnyski and Anderson as the Edmonton forwards. Back in his own zone is Kevin Lowe, who was superb on Saturday night in a losing cause. Puck is dumped down the ice by Randy Gregg, and it gets up and out of play. And we'll take a break. 15:43 to go first period. No score. Calgary and Edmonton. There's no score here in Calgary. In Toronto, the Leafs have come back to tie up St. Louis 3-3 early in the third period. Game 6 there. Face-off is to the right of Grant Fuhr. Risebrow facing off against Krushelnyski. Risebrow wins the draw. Suter the shot. Blocked before it got through to the goaltender. Tonelli, McDonald, and Risebrow, the Calgary forwards, doing some forechecking, trying to keep that in. Here's Sheehy now. He's been sticking to Gretzky like glue through this series and doing a pretty good job. As good a job as anybody can do against Wayne Gretzky. The Oilers have shot the puck down the ice. Anderson was dumped. No penalty called. And now the play is called as the puck was gloved ahead.
Yep.
From a Flame to a Flame, and we'll take a break and go to Tom Mees. Tom?
All right, Jim Houston in Maple Leaf Gardens. You mentioned a moment ago Toronto tied the game up. Here's how they did it. A scramble for the puck loose into the St. Louis zone. Finally, Steve Thomas, number 32, gets it from Tom Fergus, shoots, and beats Greg Millen. It is 3-3 early in the third period. Back to Jim Houston.
All right, Tom, no score here with 15:15 to go in the first period. Shots on goal are 3-2 in favor of the Oilers. Two-time Stanley Cup champs on the ropes tonight. Al McInnes with a long pass for Poplinski that got by him, and Grant Fuhr has to play it. Here's Joel Otto with a shot from a sharp angle. Grant Fuhr had no trouble with that. Mark Messier dumps the puck to center. He's out with Curry and Tikkanen as Glenn Sather continues to play with the juggled lines.
You know, with that changeup so far, Jim, Sather has gotten Curry away from Patterson.
Maybe that's what he thought Curry needed to break loose. Here's Joel Otto, number 29. 24-year-old
Of course, Colin Patterson has been shadowing Gary Curry throughout the 5 games.
There's a steal by Jerry Wilson. Has moving to Popinski. Shot wide. Decked in front was Kerry Wilson. Esa Tikkanen just knocked Kerry Wilson down and flattened him in front as the Flames come back in. John Jackson, number 29. Now coming out is Curry. Ahead at center for Kevin McClellan as the Oilers are changing on the fly. McClellan, number 24, centers, and Jamie McCowan is there to take it away for the Calgary Flames. The Oilers forecheck and get it back. McClellan is hit by McCowan. A centering pass. Coffey has to chase the puck, and he can't keep it onside. 13:47 to play first period. No score as the Oilers shoot it back in.
Ooh, good hit by McClellan.
Yeah, on Kerry Wilson, number 33. Struggling for the puck is McCowan along with Hunter. Reinhart and McClellan now hold the puck on the inboards and get the stop in play. There's Marty McSorley and Jamie McCowan looking each other eye to eye.
You know what McClellan did there, Jim, is a good play offensively. Before they were even on the puck, McClellan just fired his shoulder right into the Calgary player and knocked him off stride, then just picked up the puck. That's being aggressive in the offensive zone. Glenn Sather going with 4 lines to open this hockey game.
Trying to get everybody going. Wayne Gretzky had a very frightening quote, if you're an Edmonton fan, after the game on Saturday night. He said, in the first 3 games, Calgary outworked us in this series. But he said on Saturday night, they didn't. And yet, it still wasn't enough.
Well, as I mentioned, they didn't get any breaks in the 3rd period. They played well, and they just hit everything but put the puck in the net. And when they did get it through all the gang, Mike Vernon was there. And that's what happens when you get behind. Just as talented as the Oilers are, you can't continually come from behind and expect everything to go your way. That's why I think the lead here is such a key in this hockey game.
And nobody has it yet. We're still scoreless at the Olympic Saddle Dome as Paul Coffey goes back in his own zone. And there's an icing call against the Calgary Flames. Coffey has yet to score in this series. 4 assists is all he's come up with, Mickey.
Well, he has not iced and rushed the puck as much as we're used to seeing Paul Coffey do it. I'll tell you, when he has done it, Jimmy, he's paid the price because they have really laid the lumber on him. Coffey, of course, with great skating ability, likes to carry the puck down, go wide. And every time he's tried to do that, the Flames defensemen have just given those 2-handers, and he's black and blue up both sides of his arms. But he's got to get going and help that offense go.
It's a backhand shot by McSorley that went wide off the face-off. McSorley, McClellan, and Semenko, the forwards for Edmonton. A tough crew, as Calgary has some tough guys like Tim Hunter on the ice as well. Number 19 with Kerry Wilson and Colin Patterson. Here's Semenko, number 27. Just off a suspension for having 2 game misconducts. He dumps the puck in. McSorley is hit by Reinhart. Patterson ahead for Tim Hunter, number 19. Hunter fires the puck in. Grant Fuhr will stop it and play it.
McSorley just KO'd Hunter at the blue line after he took a shot.
Hunter goes to the bench.
Good clean check.
McSorley drops for Gretzky, number 99. Here's Wayne Gretzky holding on more. There's a clinic by number 99, and then he lost the puck. And the Flames will get a chance to move it.
See what he did there? He tucked that thing in his feet.
Amazing. Here's Lanny McDonald with a shot. Just wide of the net. Looks like 99's here to play tonight.
You bet.
Wayne Gretzky played 42 minutes on Saturday night. Holding on to the puck. 99 right in front. Long shot is kicked out by Mike Vernon.
Big stop.
Randy Craig in behind the net. Gretzky centering pass. Unable to get to it, was low. 1 man back in a race for the puck. Risebrough couldn't get there before Randy Craig. Not the 2 fastest guys on the ice in that race. Might have timed that one with a calendar. Still no score. Calgary and Edmonton. Although Gretzky has threatened. Randy Craig to number 99. He leaves it for the speedy Glenn Anderson. Trying to go outside in and can't do it on Gary Suter, who stays with his man. Puck is shot to center. Here is Steve Smith in the lineup because of the injury to Lee Fogelin on Saturday night. Smith ahead for McTavish. Coming in with Anderson. The play is broken up by Popinski. Here's Joel Otto moving in alone. Onto his backhand. The puck is loose. And the play had been called.
There's a call. A two-line pass.
Whistle. I think it was a two-line.
You can't hear a whistle at all in this building.
No score. Calgary and Edmonton. Everything we expected is materializing here in Calgary. It's just been a super start to this game. No score. Calgary and Edmonton. Here's Terry Johnson, number 6, holding onto the puck for Calgary and starting out to Perry Berezan, who's with Kerry Wilson and Hoken Lube as the forwards. McTavish and Hunter doing some forechecking.
Boy, they're all pinching in. The defenseman and forechecking.
There's a shot from the point by Napier. Kicked out by Mike Vernon. And it got up over the glass and out of play.
It's amazing. The Oilers are really trying to force the Flames. This is exactly what the Flames have been doing to the Oilers for most of this series. And Edmonton just coming out now. Their defensemen are staying in late, forcing the play. Shot from the point. Vernon saved it and went right into the stands off the glass. But, boy, the Oilers really are keeping everybody up. They're not being apprehensive at all.
Unlike his counterpart tonight, Grant Fuhr, Mike Vernon did not come directly to the NHL on a junior. He had a rocky road, spending 2 full seasons in the minors. Was buried in the IHL in Salt Lake City this year before his playoff heroics had made him a popular name in this town. Here's Steve Smith in his own zone for Edmonton. Ahead to Craig McTavish. Moving in a top pass for Hunter. His pass went off the skate. Flames are doing a pretty good job of picking up their men coming back. And they broke up that play. Almost stealing the puck at center was Danny Quinn, who's on with Patterson and Hunter as the Flame forwards against McTavish, Hunter, and Napier.
Steve Smith a little bit nervous out there. Hasn't played much in this series, and of course he's filling in for Lee Fogel, and he's thrown the puck away a couple of times.
Can't blame him for
no,
being a little shaky.
I was going to say, yeah.
At center ice, Tim Hunter couldn't hold on to the puck, but the Oilers shot it in offside and get the stop in play with 10:07 to play in this first period. No score in the game, and there's Jamie McCown out of the Ohio State Buckeyes system.
McCown involved in that heavy collision at center ice. The other night, or I got the wrong guy. Suter, yeah.
McCown's logged a lot of ice time in this series.
Yes, he has. You're talking about Steve Smith. It is a very difficult position for him to be in. He's played quite a bit for the Oilers during the season, but well, when you get a lineup going and then you have to go in and fill in the playoffs in this kind of a situation, it's difficult.
Mullen with a pass to Jim Poplinski that was too far. Following up is Joel Otto trying to come up with a puck. He's ridden heavily to the boards by Mark Messier. Messier looks as inspired as I've seen him in this series tonight. Here's Esa Tikkanen, number 10 for the Oilers, moving the puck in. Jamie McCown is there to try and dump it right out. Charlie Huddy, number 22, keeps it in, not for long. Here come the Oilers. 3-on-3 to center. Here's Joel Otto. He's poke checked by Curry. Ahead to Gretzky, trying to race away to the backhand, holding on, centering pass, and it's knocked away by the Flames from in front. And the puck gets up over the glass and out of play, and that's hockey. No score. Calgary and Edmonton. No score, no penalties, only shots on goal to report. 5-2 in favor of Edmonton. Midway mark of the first period of this game. I'm Jim Houston with Mickey Redmond and Jim Kelly in Calgary. The NHL on ESPN featuring the Oilers and the Flames in Game 6 tonight. Kevin Lowe in his own zone. Dumped the puck to center. Anderson trying to bring it back in. It was hooked from behind. Anderson, Krushelnyski, and Gretzky on the ice. Gretzky's got the puck. Back to the point. Randy Gregg's shot end over end against the boards. It was knocked out of the air by a high stick, but a Calgary man got it, so the play is not called. Flames can't get it out. Krushelnyski fakes the shot. Now he shoots it, and Mike Vernon makes the save. Krushelnyski had nowhere to go with it, though. Vernon had him the angle cut right off. Here's Gary Suter leading the rush to McDonald. He shoots, blocked by Kevin Lowe. You have to be fearless in Game 6, and that's what Kevin Lowe's all about.
There's a glove pass that'll stop play. Sheehy up to Lanny McDonald. Boy, Gretzky is really turning on the Jets out here tonight as he went down that far side and tried to really get around the other side, just jamming in the open side of the net, but Vernon got help from his friends again. Here's Lanny McDonald, and there is Kevin Lowe. Down with the body in front of the McDonald slap shot.
And in an interesting talk to Kevin Lowe before the game. I said, Kevin, you guys got to be a little looser. They were all dancing around and having so much fun. He said, well, why change now? Said, but underneath, they were pretty nervous. Flames in deep. Keeping the puck in the inboards. Now McTavish. Starts out for Edmonton to Hunter at center. Napier is on the right wing. McTavish, number 14, to Dave Hunter. Won't be able to get a shot away, but he keeps the puck in by dumping it to the inboards. Terry Johnson, number 6. Almost gave it away. Better be careful there. Ahead to Reinhart, and he dumps the puck down the ice. After it was Berezan. No icing as Berezan put on a burst of speed down the left side and got to the puck. McTavish comes back for Edmonton, holding on to the puck. Dumps it in, and after it is Dave Hunter. He runs into Kerry Wilson. Huddy keeps the puck in, and a screen shot hit a leg in front. Oh, there's a shot.
I believe that.
And hit Mike Vernon and stays on.
It hit his goal stick. He had fallen down and didn't even have a hold of the goal stick. And as he laid there, the puck was not off the ice on Coffey's shot. It came right against the goal stick and stopped for Vernon to cover it up. No score. The Flames and the Oilers.
The pride is back, born in America. The pride is back, born in America.
Plymouth shows you why the pride is back. Plymouth Reliant K, 6-passenger room, Plymouth's 550 protection plan. Front-wheel drive Reliant K.
The pride is back, born in America. Again.
Chrysler Plymouth says, thanks again, America, with $500 or $1,000 back on every car we build.
The game is still scoreless in Calgary as McClellan and Otto face off. McClellan, McSorley, and Semenko on the ice for Edmonton as the Oilers still employ 4 lines. Joel Otto with a pass to Patterson. Jamie McCowan has moved up as Patterson dumps the puck in. McSorley, number 33, back to collect the puck for Edmonton. Starts out of his own zone. Ahead now at center. Puck is dumped in by Kevin McClellan. On the fly is Semenko. Mike Vernon cleared the puck. Colin Patterson from the Clarkson College Golden Knights. Ahead to Denny Quinn, and the Flames are way offside. Mickey, you talked about breaks before this game, and the Flames get the first big one in this game, don't they?
That's exactly the kind of thing I was referring to on Coffey's shot with Vernon down, and he really, you know, there was nothing he could do. It just hit the goal stick. Look at Vernon now. He's lost the stick, and look at that thing lays right there. Mind you, I think it might have hit Vernon in the chest anyway underneath, but those are just the breaks of the game. Right there, look, the stick's out of his hand.
It just hit him.
That's it. What do they say about goaltending? You got to be good to be lucky, and you got to be lucky to be good.
Mike Vernon got an awful lot of help this season from Wayne Thomas, who is his goalie coach in Salt Lake City. Thomas, a former Ranger goalie, helped Mike a lot. They get him back here. No score. The Oilers have had the best chances, and they lead in shots on goal 8-2. But they still haven't scored as the Flames dump the puck in. Paul Coffey. Round of the boards. Huddy trying to move it out. Can't do it against Poplinski. Messier takes over. Dumps the puck up the middle. McCowan can't keep the play onside. He plays it back to Al McInnes. McInnes just dumps the puck back in for Calgary.
Calgary not forechecking. See, they're standing still. They've got to get on the Oilers more.
Here's Yari Curry. Tikkanen holding on. Vernon comes up to block him and holds on to it. What a save. Tikkanen made the fake and it cost him.
Well, once again, Vernon got some help from behind. As Tikkanen was forced really to do something more than just relax him like he was on a one-on-one. He was being checked very closely. But again, the Flames not forechecking cost him a breakaway. Well, here comes Tikkanen now. And look at he's interfered with from behind, I think by McCowan.
Yeah.
And that forced him to make that extra move, and Vernon was right there. But Calgary not forechecking is allowing the Edmonton team to come out with somewhat ease, and they're getting some scoring chances.
Vernon drops the puck to Gary Suter, and the Flames try and come out. Bouncing puck. Calgary moving out. They're 3-on-1 at center. Risebrough, McDonald, and Suter moving up. Risebrough shot it, blocked by Kevin Lowe.
Believe that?
Got his stick on it. Kevin Lowe, what a play.
3-on-1.
A great bump in the corner. Tonelli coming up with a puck. He works hard in behind the net. Lowe takes him down, and Kevin Lowe gets the stop in play and gets up looking at Tonelli and wants a piece of him. Little emotion here tonight. Calgary and Edmonton are still scoreless.
Give me a light. No, Bud Light.
If you just ask for a light beer,
Thanks.
you never know what you'll get.
Nah, give me a light. Nah, Bud Light. Yo.
So if you want the less filling light beer with the first name and taste, don't just ask for a light beer.
Give me a light.
Ask them to bring out their best.
Bud Light.
Bud Light. Because everything else is just a light.
Kevin Lowe has made the two great defensive plays of the night for the Oilers, and it remains scoreless. Mike Vernon at the other end has made great saves to keep Edmonton off the board.
Hard to believe that Risebrough didn't choose to use his two teammates on a 3-on-1. Very seldom does the guy shoot the puck. He made Kevin Lowe's job easier for him.
Here comes Glenn Anderson to Gretzky. He shoots. Mike Vernon made an easy save that time. He could see it all the way. Lanny McDonald gets the puck away from Krushelnyski. Sheehy now passes ahead for John Tonelli. Gretzky's on fire tonight.
Is he ever?
Great. Number 21, Randy Gregg, ahead to 99. Here he comes again. He was slashed by Neil Sheehy.
Yes, he
There's
was.
going to be a penalty.
Yep.
Sheehy, who's been checking Gretzky throughout this series, came out and slashed him.
Should be a penalty as well, because Sheehy got the stick up way too high and it was right underneath Gretzky's chin. And that's a dangerous area of that face. And plus he telegraphed the slash, and you could hear it all over the building.
15:07 is the time of the penalty to Sheehy, who actually, in checking Gretzky through this series, Mickey, hasn't taken a lot of penalties.
No, he
That's a credit to him.
That's right. There's been very little of the stick being up in that fashion with Sheehy and Gretzky, although Gretzky got cut earlier in the series by Sheehy, but it was an accidental cut. He took a couple of stitches underneath the chin. It's in game 2, I believe.
Oilers' power play so far in the playoffs is 8 for 33, 24%. It went 0 for 4 on Saturday night. Here's the penalty.
You point out there's the slash right up high as Gretzky had those hands up underneath making his dipsy-doodle moves, but you point out Gretzky has absolutely got fire in his eyes. He wants the puck every chance he can get, and he's skating.
Right off the face-off. Scramble for the puck, and the Flames are able to clear it. Paul Coffey back for it. Coffey, Curry, Messier, Gregg, and Gretzky are the Oilers on the ice. Gretzky tips the puck in. Messier on the fly. Vernon was able to clear the puck. Mark Messier looks as good as I've seen him in this series so far tonight. He seems to be skating well again. Only has 2 assists in this series. Here's Curry with a pass for Messier. Messier to Curry. Gregg at the point. Coffey's on the other side. There's Curry with a shot into the middle, blocked by Al McInnes, and he tries to clear it outside the line, but can't as Coffey keeps it in. On the other side, here's Randy Gregg, number 21, to Wayne Gretzky. Outside of the 4-man box. Into the middle for Curry at the side, and it hopped over his stick. Coffey with a shot to go. Danny Quinn with a chance to break away. Coffey's back. It's a 2-on-1. Back pass to Paris. What a save by Grant Fuhr. Sensational save. Here's Gretzky back the other way. It's the Oilers' turn. Vernon makes a save on McTavish. You believe this, hockey fans. Great action. Out at center ice, the Oilers are still on a power play. Gretzky moving in all alone. Backhander wide of the net. 30 seconds left in the penalty. There's a standing ovation in here for just a moment from Mike Vernon as Huddy takes the shot, deflected. Gretzky in behind the net, trying to center it from his office. And McCowan shot the puck down the ice.
Incredible. Grant Fuhr's save has got to be just maybe the save of the year. on that 2-on-1 short-handed Flames.
It'll certainly make every highlight reel you'll ever see of this playoff year. Steve Smith with a shot deflected in front, and it was right on Vernon's pad, and I don't think he saw it.
No, he didn't. Look at this place as they rise and give the Flames a standing ovation. Neil Sheehy comes back on the ice. They killed the penalty. Absolutely bananas here at the Saddle Dome. Watch this 2-on-1. The puck went around the boards, and Quinn broke out with Patterson. 2-on-1 Coffey, and look at this. Grant Fuhr anticipated the back pass as Coffey forced Quinn off to the side and just stuck the left leg out. There's Gretzky, came right back at the other end. Vernon forced him wide. He missed the top short side. Look at the shots on goal. 13-3 in favor of Edmonton.
Still no score in the game.
2:53 to go, period number 1. What a period it's been.
But the Oilers again going so hard and coming up short. There's another save by Mike Vernon.
Craig McTavish with that shot. Can't even hear yourself think in this building right now.
It's a sea of red.
As we go further on into this hockey game with no goals being scored, it's pretty obvious that that first goal just may be the whole thing. Who knows?
Here's Joe Mullen with a pass ahead for Joel Otto. Turned back by the Edmonton Oilers. Marty McSorley's on the ice with Hunter and McClellan. Sheehy comes up with a puck. Sheehy with a shot that is blocked, and then he's knocked down by Kevin Lowe, who's figured prominently in this game in the early going. Sheehy sidesteps McClellan, trying to get around Hunter. Kevin Lowe dumps the puck down into the Calgary zone. 2:25 to play in the first period. No score.
Well, Sheehy is trying to show some offensive ability on his own. Walter Gretzky in the crowd tonight at the Saddle Dome. He flew in this afternoon from Toronto. The paper is talking about Walter being a good luck charm for the Oilers. He told me before the hockey game that they've only lost one game in situations like this in playoffs where he's flown in to see them play.
They call him the secret weapon in the Oilers today.
We hope to get Walter Gretzky on with Jim Kelly in the first intermission. I heard him down in the lineup in the locker room before the game. He was all over Wayne, sort of good-natured, jiving him, saying, you know, all you got to do is go out there and skate. You don't have to worry about anything. And he was getting on him pretty good. Wayne does listen to his dad. There's no question about it. I think a lot of players love to play in front of their parents, especially when they're in the building. It just gives them that little extra incentive.
You bet.
No matter how much of a veteran they are.
Oilers could have had a 3-on-2 rush, but botched up the pass just outside the line. Here he comes again. 99 with a pass over to Glenn Anderson. Takes the shot from the sharp angle. Vernon blocked it. Anderson almost stole the puck, but Lanny McDonald is able to clear down the ice. Down to a minute 52 left in the period. Calgary's called for icing. No score so far in the game. Doug Rosbrough, the veteran leader of this team, 4 Stanley Cups to his credit in Montreal before he came here.
Well, they talk about Rosbrough, McDonald, Tonelli being the not yet over the hill gang. The veterans on the Calgary team, and they credit them with a lot of help with the young players in the Calgary organization. Settling things down in the dressing room, on the ice. And we've been told in an update that the Toronto Maple Leafs have scored to take a 4-3 lead in that hockey game over St. Louis late in the third period.
Trying to send it back to St. Louis for Game 7 on Wednesday. Off the faceoff in the Calgary zone, Jamie McCowan cleared the puck to center. Coffey is number 7. Messier up front with Tikkanen and Curry. This has been a good-looking line in this first period. Lots of speed. Dumping the puck in is Charlie Huddy. Curry's after it. Here's Tikkanen now. Back to the point. Huddy winds it up and shoots. Deflected twice in front and went wide. Now Curry behind the net to Mark Messier. Grabbed from behind by Al McInnes.
Lucky got away with that.
Yeah, you bet. Here's Jim Poplinski coming up with Joel Otto. Poke check by Charlie Huddy, and Coffey moves the puck ahead to Curry. Oilers make the transition from their own offense so quickly. Here's Poplinski with a shot off the side of the net. Fans here thought it was in.
Oilers were caught in a change defensively.
Lost the puck at center. Tikkanen dropped the puck off, but the Flames turn it back. Kerry Wilson leads a 3-on-3 rush to center, but now his mates will turn back on a Calgary line change, so Kerry's left all alone. Coming out of his own zone now is Kevin Lowe, number 4. Ahead from McTavish. He got it accidentally after Sheehy touched it, but the play was still offside. Now let's go to Tom Mees once again.
All right, Jim Houston, they're going crazy in Maple Leaf Gardens. Watch the pass to number 8, Walt Podubny, falling down. He beats goalie Greg Millen. What control. The Leafs lead at 4-3 late in the third period. Let's rejoin Jim Kelly.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. In our first intermission coming up, we'll have highlights of last night's Rangers clinching victory against the Washington Capitals. Also, of course, that big game where Hartford were Montreal, and we've got Montreal and Hartford tomorrow night live for you here on ESPN. We'll check in at Sports Center, and we'll go back to Tom Mees for the Bud Light Hockey News. Highlights of this first period. It's been a dandy. Jimmy?
Okay, Jim, just 30 seconds left in this first period, and it has been a dandy. There's no score. 14-3 are the shots on goal favoring Edmonton. Here's Glenn Anderson cutting into the middle, trying to go to the backhand. Anderson storming in there was stopped by the defense. After the puck is Gary Suter, but the puck was gloved ahead, and the play is called with just 15 seconds to go. Most of the Oilers, including Anderson, are playing like players possessed in this first period.
They really are. They've had a whale of a period here. 14-3 shots on goal. For the most part, it's been all Edmonton. Calgary has had some opportunities, certainly. But that save by Grant Fuhr, boy, oh boy, that just may go down as the save of the playoffs this year if Edmonton does happen to carry on.
Bob Johnson has to be reasonably happy that there's no score in this first period, because if he can frustrate the Oilers as this game goes on, it'll only favor the Flames.
Well, I don't think that, you know, I would say that the Oilers are not unhappy that it's no score. They're on the road. They're playing well, so I don't know if they're going to get frustrated. They're just going to be feeling, if we can keep up this kind of pace and this kind of pressure, we are going to break through and get something on Vernon and go ahead.
Here's Randy Gregg with a shot just wide of the net. The rebound is quickly cleared by McCowan. That puck comes lively off the boards and bounced right to the slot. 5 seconds to go in the period. Joel Otto, a pass to Lanny McDonald. The play is offside with 2 seconds to go in period number 1. What I was meaning is by the Oilers having so many chances and not scoring a goal.
Well, I think what happens, Tim, is if you're behind and you're playing the way the Oilers are playing, you do tend to get frustrated. But if it's even, you're not going to get as frustrated as you would if you trail. They feel like they're playing well. They just got to keep it up, and it'll eventually go in for them.
Gretzky's on the ice again. We mentioned earlier, Mickey Gretzky played 42 minutes on Saturday night.
You know, you mentioned the word possessed at the end of the first period. You mentioned the word possessed, and that's exactly the way some of the Oilers are playing, especially Gretzky. He is just absolutely flying out there and trying to lead by example, knowing all too well the kind of position that they are in, and they just can't afford to be lax out on the ice for a second. Every time they take a shift, that's the way they've got to approach it.
All right, let's check in now with Jim Kelly. Jim?
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. And I'd like to introduce now Mr. Walter Gretzky, the father, of course, of number 99, Wayne Gretzky. We flew in on the same plane from Toronto today, and I imagine you didn't come all this way just for one game. You're banking on a 7th.
No, I'm here for 2 games. There'll definitely be a 7th game. They'll win this game tonight.
You're the Oilers' unofficial good luck charm. In all the games that you've seen, I guess the Oilers have only lost 1 game.
I was here 2 years ago when the Oilers were leading 3-2, and the Calgary Flames tied it up 3 games each, and then the Oilers won it the 7th and deciding game.
Walter, what's it like being the father of a superstar and being the father of a national hero?
Well, of course, with someone like Wayne, he makes it very easy for us because he's a very level-headed young man, and of course he's quite a family man, as you know. He's been away from home for 14 years, or since he was the age of 14, but you would never know it. He calls us just about every night.
What's the best advice you gave to Wayne, maybe when he was a young man growing up?
Just be himself, and always remember that everybody is just like you. You're no better, they're no better, we're all equal.
When's the last time he made you mad?
Oh, like the last time I watched him play hockey tonight.
Maybe in Game 5, right? Stick around. Walter Gretzky, he'll be staying with us right here on ESPN. We hope you will, too. Lots more straight ahead. It's our first intermission. Highlights of this first period. Also, we'll be going live to the Toronto-St. Louis game. And Tom Mees with the Bud Light Hockey News, all straight ahead.
Ford dealer, have you driven a Ford lately? Well, I mentioned a moment ago that St. Louis and Toronto will have a 7th game. That is true. ESPN will not make a decision on which 7th game we will carry on Wednesday night until we see what happens tonight at the Saddledome. If Calgary and Edmonton have to play a 7th game, we will be in Edmonton on Wednesday night. But if Calgary wins tonight, then we will be in St. Louis Wednesday night. So we will have a game now Wednesday night. It'll be either be in Edmonton or St. Louis. Well, the Calgary Flames and the Edmonton Oilers are set for the 2nd period of action. Can it be any better than the first? I don't know. Let's go to Jim Kelly.
Well, the other night we had Santa Claus here at the Saddledome, and I guess you're the Grim Reaper?
I am the Grim Reaper.
And do you have any message for the Edmonton Oilers?
I have come to take them away, back to the golf course for the summer.
But are you aware of the fact that your team was outshot 14-3?
I am, and we've weathered the initial storm. We will conquer the Oilers.
If this is your normal attire, what do you go out as on Halloween? I'll bet you're a great date. Nothing after 1. Here's Jimmy and Mick.
Takes all kind in this building, doesn't it? That guy's elevator doesn't go all the way to the top floor. The 2nd period is underway. There is no score between the Calgary Flames and the Edmonton Oilers. 14-4. The shots on goal in favor of the Edmonton Oilers in the first period. Charlie Huddy is back deep in his own zone. To Glenn Anderson, couldn't clear it. Kerry Wilson tried to turn and shoot. Hokenlube to Wilson, his shot blocked by Fuhr. The rebound is bouncing in front. Looks like they're going to pick up just where they left off in the first period. Great chances. Here's Gretzky right in front. Shot wide by Anderson, who got a piece of that one. Now at the point, there's a shot blocked. Coffey took it. Now here's Kerry Wilson, number 33 for Calgary. His shot is blocked by Grant Fuhr. Flames trying to keep it in. Trying to clear, and there'll be an Edmonton penalty. Calgary and Edmonton are scoreless.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ford Tempo has the unusual ability to transform your daily drive into an intriguing experience. Fuel injection, precise handling. Even Tempo's shape has the ability to help it manage the road and drive like a dream.
Honey, you're going to be late for work.
Get 7.9% financing on new Ford Tempo at your participating Ford dealer now.
53 seconds, the time of the penalty, tripping on Mike Krushelnyski.
Well, an innocent enough play, all right. Krushelnyski got his stick tied up in the feet of Berezan, and let's see what the Flames can do on their first extra man situation. There's only been 1 power play in the hockey game, and that has gone to the Oilers so far.
Flames power play has struggled. 0 for 4 Saturday, 3 for 13 last Thursday. They'll try and get it going here in this scoreless game. Here's Lanny McDonald with Danny Quinn and John Tonelli moving in. Randy Gregg checked by Dan Quinn. Tonelli's centering pass picked up by McTavish, cleared to the line, and it is outside, and the play is called offside by linesman Swede Knox.
Yeah, Reinhardt tried to juggle and it bounced off the stick up over outside the line, and he banked it back in, and everybody caught. Paul Reinhardt has been a key guy on the Flames power play when it has produced.
He has 3 power play goals in the playoffs to lead the team. He can quarterback from the point and sometimes plays forward.
Plays right wing a lot in his off wing. Reinhardt has almost averaged a point a game in playoff history with the Flames organization, both Atlanta and Calgary.
He's a great player. He has had injury problems, mostly to his back, but the Flames are happy that he's healthy for this playoff. And they're in on the power play now. Randy Gregg clears the puck, and it got up over the glass.
He's not very happy either that it got up over the glass. He had a chance to ice the puck, and that'll keep the face-off deep in the Oilers' zone. Hokenlube, who did not have a good game here in Game 4. Bob Johnson told me that neither Hockenloob nor Joey Mullen played exceptionally well at all in that game, and he was looking for much better nights out of them tonight. He needs both those right wingers for this team to be successful. They're both tricky little players. They can both shoot the puck. You have to say they're both natural goal scorers.
Toronto game is final tonight. 5-3 Leafs. There's a shot by Reinhart, blocked from the point. Hockenloob into the middle. Joel Otto had his stick lifted by Gretzky. Suter's shot off the stick and wide of the net. Loob to the point. Reinhart in front. A bouncing puck goes wide as Joey Mullen went after it. Joe Mullen back to the point for Suter, picked up by Gretzky. The Oilers have 3 shorthanded goals in the playoffs, looking for one now as Messier took a shot and Mike Vernon made the save. Here comes Joey Mullen. Ahead on the boards to Joel Otto. Turned back as Gretzky was along the boards and poke checked the Flame player. Now the Flames moving in, hacking at it is Huddy. Couldn't clear it out, but Gretzky has it, and it does get to center. Less than a minute to go in the penalty. Yari Curry coming in, number 17 in the backhand. He had it knocked away by Gary Suter, and Curry's knocked to the ice. Curry racing to get back in the play as the Flames move up the ice on the power play. Gary Suter in deep, all over top of Kevin Lowe. Or make that Charlie Huddy. And the puck goes behind the net. Otto couldn't control it there. Huddy on the boards for Curry. 17 seconds left in the minor penalty to Mike Krushelnyski. The Flames haven't had a shot, I don't believe, that's reached the net on this power play.
Neither power play in the series has worked exceptionally well. It's a lot of credit has to go to the special teams on both sides for killing these penalties.
Penalty is over. Krushelnyski's back on as McCowan blistered a shot wide of the net. Krushelnyski out at center. His pass hit a skate. Lanny McDonald, number 9, moves the puck back in for Calgary. On the boards to pick it up is Krushelnyski, hit from behind but made the play. Now here's McTavish. Hunter is breaking for the net, but McTavish is checked by Al McInnes of the Calgary Flames, number 2. On the boards, McCowan moving the puck ahead at center. Lanny McDonald stood up by Kevin Lowe and pinned to the boards. Randy Gregg couldn't get the puck, but he takes the man, and Kevin Lowe comes after the puck. To Dave Hunter, 3-on-2 at center. Rink wide for Napier, hopped off his stick. The pass was too hard and went off the glass. McTavish comes after it into the corner now. They double team McCowan. Puck comes to the point to Steve Smith. His shot wide of the net. In front of the net was Napier bothering Vernon. The Flames now have the puck. Tim Hunter at center takes a bump as he gets the puck into the Edmonton zone. Don Jackson, number 29, had it intercepted by Wilson, and he almost centered it. And then he's knocked down, tackled by Steve Smith. And there's an Edmonton penalty for holding going against Steve Smith, so the Flames go back to the power play. There's no score. Edmonton and Calgary.
Introducing the G-Shock 5200 watch from Casio. The sports watch that's ready for action with a built-in shock absorber. It's tough. So tough, this G-Shock can take a slap in the face and not even flinch. The G-Shock 5200, just one of Casio's water-resistant sports watches. It's one tough watch to beat.
16,762 at the Olympic Saddledome in Calgary.
Well, the Flames just get finished on one power play, and Edmonton puts them back in the same position. Steve Smith for a holding. Big Joel Otto once again with Loob and Mullen on the forward line for the Flames.
Back-to-back power plays for the Calgary Flames.
Number game 4 here. The penalty situation was 14 power plays for the Flames and only 4 for Edmonton.
Each had 4 power play opportunities in game 5 on Saturday, and neither scored a goal. Gretzky won a draw cleanly from Joey Mullen after Otto was waved out, and here comes Coffey carrying the puck. We haven't seen many end-to-end rushes. Coffey shoots, and Vernon makes the save. Coffey hasn't done that very often in this series. Here's a chance for Paul Reinhart to move it out. Slowly, Gretzky intercepts, has Messier out in front. Gretzky kicks the puck up onto his stick. Checked by Loob. Gretzky still has it. Centering pass, bounces in front, and Otto is there to collect it and knock it to the corner. Gretzky wants off the ice on a line change. Minute and a half to go in the penalty. Here comes Gary Suter, 3-on-1. Mullen shoots. The rebound, they score!
they talk about Joey Mullen. A miscue by the Oilers creates a 3-on-1, and Mullen just picked up his own rebound. Good stop by Fuhrer on the first play. There's the 3-on-1 Flames. And with Fuhrer just backed a little bit out of position after making the first save, Joe Mullen, number 7, gets playoff goal number 7. A power play goal.
Mullen now has points in every game of this playoff. For a guy who was said to dry up at playoff time, Joey Mullen's done a pretty good job, hasn't he?
That he has. This game number 9 for the Flames. He's got 7 goals. So we talked about how important the first goal may be. Only in one game in this series is the team that scored the first goal not won it, and that was game 2 in Edmonton.
Finally, the power play clicks, and it helps the Calgary Flames to a 1-0 lead. A Mullins goal. Comes at 4:42, and here come the Flames again. Jim Poplinski, number 24. Had the puck knocked away. Now he centers it. Just about got to Otto. Here's Jamie McCowan, number 34 now. McCowan into Joel Otto. Otto looking for someone in front. Tried to get it to Mullen. His stick was lifted.
Just about had him. This is where the Flames now really want to turn it on.
And they are, it seems.
That's right.
Now here's Risebrough with a pass to Poplinski. He's on the fly. Drop pass to Mullen. Mullen right in front. Shot it wide, and Fuhrer got a piece of that, I believe. I don't know how he didn't put it in the net. Jamie McCowan back to touch it. Icing called against Edmonton.
McClellan with a high stick on McCowan. Lucky he got away with that one on the icing call. I don't know what happened, Jim, at the other end, whether Fuhrer got a piece of Mullen's shot or what it was. He walked in all alone on Grant Fuhrer. Somehow the puck ended up beside the net. I'm pretty sure that Fuhrer got a piece of it. Look at Mullen. He hesitated, walked right in. What happened? Yes, Fuhrer did get a piece of it and knocked it wide of the net.
Fuhrer's been something else in this game. Joe Mullen had a chance to put Calgary up 2-0.
Well, if that happens, you're going to see an awful swinging advantage and a change in game plan of the Oilers. Right now, they can stick to what they've been doing. They've not played badly, but they trail by 1.
Here's the Flames again. A shot right on Grant Fuhrer, blocked as Tonelli got it away. Number 14, McTavish, moving the puck ahead. Here's Coffey on a rush to Mark Napier, number 18. Into the middle, he shoots. Tipped wide of the net. Coffey went after the puck, but he couldn't get the shot as Mike Vernon got his stick on it. Now here's Paul Reinhart. Ahead at center, a 2-on-1. Risebrough coming in with Tonelli. Risebrough, Tonelli scores!
Well, the Oilers are caught up the ice. Risebrough to Tonelli, and it's 2-0 for Calgary. Fuhrer did get a little piece of it, but not enough. Risebrough had to flip the puck in the air, and just as it came down to the ice, it was right on Tonelli's stick, and there's that 2-goal bulge.
The goals come a minute and 22 seconds apart, and it's 2-0 Calgary. First goal, Mullen from Sutter and Lube, then Tonelli from Risebrough, and it's 2-0 Calgary Flames. The Oilers in a hole. They haven't played well when playing from behind in this series as the puck is shot down the ice, and Mike Vernon will have to play it, so there's no icing. Risebrough dumps the puck to center. Lanny McDonald after it, but the smooth skating Paul Coffey gets to the puck before the veteran McDonald. Now here's Dave Hunter, number 12. Into the middle to Mark Napier, number 18 for the Oilers, over the blue line, but the play is called offside. Yes, somewhere in the midst of this noise, there was a whistle. The score is the Calgary Flames 2, the Edmonton Oilers 0.
Memories everywhere when you know you can't delay it. From the biggest to the smallest, it's as good as there. Just call us.
Hello, Emery.
It's as good as there.
Ronson introduces a good-looking lighter you don't have to throw away. Refill-A-Lite, new from Ronson. It's under $2.50, and it's for keeps.
Joe Mullen and John Tonelli score 1 minute and 22 seconds apart. Calgary's outshot Edmonton 8-3 in the second period. And there's a lonely man in the crowd, that guy.
No kidding.
2-0 Calgary Flames. Here's Gretzky, centering pass, and a bouncing puck picked up by the Flames. Kerry Wilson with Colin Patterson. And the play is offside. Kerry Wilson, a former member of Canada's Olympic team, played at Dartmouth College in the ECAC before he joined the Olympic squad.
Now look behind the net on the Tonelli goal. Just a perfect feed by number 8 Risebrow to the veteran Tonelli, former Islander. And we know he scored some big goals for the Islanders in their 4th Stanley Cup.
He sure has, Mickey.
Tonelli in his 11th season in the NHL.
His 3rd playoff goal of this season. Risebrow and Reinhart assisted on it. Here come the Oilers again. Gretzky trying to wrap it around, and he's checked by Reinhart. Gretzky's been good, but he hasn't been able to put one in the net yet. Paul Coffey took a run at Hoken Lube. The Oilers lucky to keep the puck in. Hit from behind was Coffey. Here's Gretzky now. Oilers look desperate. Gretzky centering pass off some skates, and it's in the air. Knocked out of the air by the Flames by a glove hand, and the play is called back. Oilers look like they're desperate to try and get a goal now.
I don't think you'll see them panic. They'll just keep working. They've played very well so far in this hockey game. And Gretzky again.
Hey, that's good use of that goal stick. Poked it off Gretzky.
Flames in this period have closed the gap on shots on goal at 17 Oilers, 11 Flames. But it's 2-0 Calgary.
Messier, Curry, Tikkanen on the ice for Edmonton. But the Flames win the faceoff. Joel Otto has done that so well in this series, and he just won another one. And the 24-year-old out of Bemidji State. Number 29 for the Calgary Flames. He's out with Mullen and Berezan now, but the Oilers are dumping the puck into the Calgary zone. Here's Jamie McCowan on the boards for Joe Mullen. His back pass doesn't get outside the line. Curry to Messier. His shot rockets off the stick of Al McInnes. About 20 rows up into the Reds. Isn't everything here, though.
Well, Johnson's got his club where he wanted them. That was out in front, not only by one, but a pair. I don't think at this point we're going to see any change in the Oilers' strategy to what they want to do. It's way too early in a hockey game with 12 minutes to play in the second period. And as time clicks away, and if it stays a 2-goal gap, you certainly will see that type of action change, and you will see desperate play and more gambling come into it.
Again, you talked about breaks at the outset of the show, though. If the Oilers get a break in the first period with all their chances, could have been a different start to the second period. But they didn't.
It's a game of hockey. Breaks in a game are sometimes just as important and more important than anything else.
Mark Messier just has 2 assists in this series. Some people say he's hurt, Mickey.
Well, he did have the flu for about a week. Certainly that's knocked him back some. There's also been rumors that he's been suffering with a groin pull. And it's pretty obvious, no matter what it is, that Messier has been injured, but no matter what the variety.
Don Jackson with, well, they call it a shot off the face-off, but it didn't get to the net as he had a rolling puck. Jackson again now at center ice. Here's Mark Messier, number 11, over the line, and he made a move at the last minute, and that put Curry outside.
You know what the Flames have just not allowed Edmonton to do very much is get in on Vernon one-on-one. It's always been a bad angle. They've forced them out to the angles and out to the side, and they've really not given them a lot of one-on-one shots at Vernon, and that's why they haven't been able to convert. They're bottling up the middle, and I think what the Flames have done more than any other team against the Oilers is they're playing the man without the puck as well as, or better than anybody, because that's the guy that kills you, is the man without the puck. When the Oilers carry the puck to the outside, Gretzky, Anderson, Curry, Messier, it's the free man coming late that usually does the damage.
Otto and Messier mix it up on the faceoff, and Otto's thrown out. Curry is often the man without the puck when he's playing with Gretzky, and maybe that's why he hasn't been effective in this series, because
certainly part of the
shut him down. He hasn't been able to get the passes. There's a long pass to Tikkanen, and he scores!
Oh boy, there's a break for the Oilers. Bad angle goal. And don't think they don't feel it. That whole bench between the legs of Mike Vernon.
Esa Tikkanen.
And Tikkanen just wound up and blasted it from the far side on a very bad angle. Curry had the pass. And look at right between the legs of Vernon. He didn't get the pads together. Got a piece of it, but not enough. And Tikkanen gives the Oilers some needed life. Boy, oh boy. This is only Tikkanen's 7th game. He's played 7 of the 9 that the Oilers have been involved in. And that's going to be his biggest goal.
8:21 the time of the goal. Curry and Smith get assists, and it's 2-1 Calgary. Behind the net, there's a pass out in front for Patterson, accidentally picked out by Coffey. Now here comes Glenn Anderson. Into the middle for Gretzky. Backhander just wide of the net. Lube coming out. Risebrough's at center. Lube can't get in the puck, but they're 2-on-1. The drop pass for Risebrough. Trying to leave it for Patterson. The Flames didn't make anything of that great opportunity. Now here's Risebrough again with a shot. Blocked easily by Paul Coffey, number 7. 10:50 to go. Second period. 2-1. Flames lead the Oilers. Here's Glenn Anderson. Trying to get the backhander away. Gary Suter steered the puck to the corner, then takes a hit from Anderson. John Tonelli comes up with the puck. Drops it off now for Lanny McDonald. McDonald, checked by Kevin Lowe's, played a strong game. In after the puck is Tonelli. Fans wanted a penalty on Lowe for tripping Tonelli. Won't get one. Here's a steal by Risebrough. Moving in with McDonald and Tonelli. Risebrough couldn't get the pass across. Guess who? Lowe broke it up. Another shot was blocked. McDonald shoots it. That got up in the air, and I think it hit Fuhrer. Risebrough can't center it. Coming up with the puck now is Randy Craig. This veteran line has been great on this shift in particular for the Flames. Risebrough took a run at Gretzky just before he went to the bench. Gave him a pretty good shot. Terry Johnson now to John Tonelli. Flames lead 2-1. Danny Quinn is number 10. Rubbed out on the boards by Steve Smith, who assisted on the last goal. Now Semenko takes the pass on the boards. Caught up to by Reinhart. Jackson took a shot that was blocked before it got through to the goalie, Vernon. Scramble for the puck.
The Oilers, they got everybody up.
Yeah, one man.
4 out of 5 guys.
Think they want to score. Here's Jim Poplinski trying to get away from Jackson. Knocked down, and Don Jackson made a good play. Dave Hunter coming back the other way now for the Oilers. He's with Napier and Steve Smith moving up. Smith gets around Dan Quinn. Has a man out in front. Took a shot from a bad angle and now is caught up the ice as the Flames come back. Here's Tim Hunter, number 19, holding up. Flips the puck to Grant Fuhrer, who catches it. And leaves it for Craig McTavish. Back the other way we go, but the play is broken up this time at center by Al McInnes. Just under 9 minutes to play, second period. 2-1 Calgary. An offside call against the Edmonton Oilers. From Calgary, the score, the Flames 2, the Oilers 1.
It'll work on your dandruff. Yeah, but I'm afraid it won't leave my hair the way I like it. Hey, this is great stuff.
Today's Head & Shoulders.
It's all I use. Okay.
Tough dandruff protection that works only on your scalp, not your hair. Gentle conditioners go there.
Tough on dandruff, right? But great on hair.
Today's Head & Shoulders. Dandruff care that's good for your hair.
This is Jim Houston with Mickey Redmond and Jim Kelly back at the Olympic Saddle Dome in Calgary. The Battle of Alberta is in Game 6, and the Flames lead the Oilers 2-1 in the second period. Mark Messier, number 11, with a shot blocked by Gary Suter. Centering pass off the stick of Tikkanen was picked off, but the Flames couldn't clear the puck. Here's Messier, number 11, trying to center. He can't. Curry's after the puck. Tikkanen goes to it and is checked by Joel Otto as the Flames get mixed up in their own zone, and the forechecking keeps them hemmed up there.
That'll go on a play by Mullen. You know what the Oilers have been doing more than any other game in this series? They've just continued to dump the puck into the Calgary zone and go and forecheck and chase it. Even when they're halfway in, they dump it around back behind the net and go and get it. They work for it.
Guess we shouldn't be surprised that there haven't been many fights or penalties in this game.
No, I didn't think that there would be. There's a look at the Oiler bench, and down behind everybody there, Lee Fogelin dressed in the brown jacket. He's played the most playoff games of any Oiler, and they certainly miss him. He's injured in the right thigh. They said a hip pointer in the paper, but I don't know that it's a hip pointer. We saw him leaving the game and in Edmonton, leaving the arena with a big ice bag on his thigh and knee area. And he's a guy they certainly miss.
Off the face-off, keeping the puck in is Randy Gregg. Tried to get it to Glenn Anderson. Jamie McCowan cleared the puck, couldn't get it outside the blue line. Another try, and McCowan does this time. The Oilers all in deep. Lanny McDonald mishandled the puck and allows Oilers to come back and defend. Oilers are really moving everybody in deep, trying to score goals right now. Here's Randy Gregg, number 21, to Mike Krushelnyski. Ahead for Wayne Gretzky. Dropped it off. Anderson gets the puck after McCowan fell, but the Flames turn it around quickly. Lanny McDonald with John Tonelli at the blue line. Puck is cleared by Kevin Lowe down the ice. Vernon will have to play it because Anderson was the first man coming. Rink-wide pass for Lanny McDonald. Hits Colin Patterson, who just deflects the pass into the Edmonton zone. 7:27 to play, second period. Calgary 2, Edmonton 1. Don Jackson dumps the puck in for the Oilers. Marty McSorley, number 33, checked on the board, but is keeping the puck in. He's out there with Gretzky and Semenko. Oilers finishing a line change. McClellan comes out for Gretzky as Lube dumps the puck in. Don Jackson almost lost that puck at the side of the net. Steve Smith is now having trouble with it. Jackson gave it away. Poplinski in front. Lube shoots. Fuhr the save. A rebound is blocked by Fuhr, and the puck is clear. Tremendous action. A giveaway by Jackson set that one up. Jackson again has the puck. This time he hasn't lost it yet at center. Now it's picked up by Reinhart. Jackson lost it again. 3-on-1. The Flames move in. Poplinski holds on to the side of the net. Kicked out. The rebound is blocked by Fuhr. Grant Fuhr is stoning the Calgary.
He got his goal stick on it somehow. The net was open. Fuhr was out of the position. And somehow the backhand shot went onto his stick and out of the net. Still, Calgary 2, Edmonton 1.
This is an expose on the new Ford Escort EXP. Expressive. Expansive. Experience a new form of two-seat excitement. Ford Escort EXP.
Get 7.9% financing on new Ford Escort EXP at your participating Ford dealer now.
Unbelievable might be the best way to describe the way Grant Fuhr has played in this hockey game.
One of the few words that they will use, win or lose for the Oilers.
You know that there were people on a radio phone-in show in Edmonton. Tell you about that in a second as the Flames still try and get the puck. That suggested after Game 5 that Grant Fuhr should be pulled and they should let Andy Moog play.
Tells you how much they know about hockey.
Yeah.
Very little.
Paul Coffey starts out of his own zone, leading 5 Oilers to center. In over the blue line, Coffey holds up, shoots the puck, and Gary Suter deflected it to the corner. Tim Hunter checked Messier. Shot from the point is blocked by Mike Vernon. Now here's Neil Sheehy. Ahead for Gary Suter, and the Flames come out again at center. Down the left side is Perry Berezan, number 21. Checked by Coffey and taken into the end.
He's going to get a penalty.
Yes, he is.
You believe that?
Coffey's going to the penalty box for holding.
A lot worse things have happened in this hockey game. Berezan spilled by Coffey, and the Oilers go in a hole. Calgary 2, Edmonton 1.
In the minors, you must have called it all 1,000 times. Then one day, you got the call. What's this, rookie umpire?
You make America working. This buzz for you.
Here's to you. Beechwood age for that clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
Compliments of that gentleman.
This buzz for you.
Paul Coffey off for holding at 14:31. Calgary to its third power play of the night. They're 1 for 2. Here's the penalty.
Well, Coffey did have a piece of them, but a lot of other things have been let go here, and I'm surprised that Koharski made that call.
He hasn't called much, but there hasn't been an awful lot to call, really.
No, he hasn't.
Been a very cleanly played, sensational hockey game.
Calgary already has 1 power play goal.
That was scored by Joey Mullen, the first goal of this game. It's 2-1 Calgary. Otto is waved out of the face-off circle. Reinhardt comes in to take the draw against Mike Krushelnyski. Remind you, Hartford and Montreal play Game 7 tomorrow night at 7:30 in that Adams Division final. You can see it on ESPN. Toronto beats St. Louis. There's a 7th game on Wednesday night in St. Louis in the Norris Division, and you could see that one depending on whether or not there is a 7th game in this series. After the false start, the Flames win the draw. Mullen couldn't get the puck as Suter kept it in, and the Oilers are able to clear it. Gretzky hot in pursuit of Håkan Lube. Lube leaves the puck for Gary Suter. Suter ahead for Paul Reinhardt. To
Offside,
Håkan Lube, and yes, indeed, it is an offside call against Calgary.
Joel Otto snuck across the line just ahead of the puck. Gretzky on the ice once again. And unofficially, I've got Gretzky for over 6.5 minutes in this period. Once again, he played 42 minutes of hockey in Game 5 in Edmonton. And didn't seem to get tired either, Jim.
He did seem to look frustrated by the end of the game, though. He took a swing at Neil Sheehy, threw his stick in the empty net goal at the end of the contest. He's played hard through this series. The most effective night was a 5-point night in game number 4.
Right.
And it helped the Oilers win 7-4. The Oilers now killing this penalty. Move the puck ahead to Gretzky. Look how far he was playing up the ice while killing a penalty.
Even short-handed, yeah.
Now he gets a face-off down in the Calgary zone.
Well, that'll bring the play outside of the face-off outside the line. But as far as the Oilers are concerned, that's what they want.
Sure. Face-offs are okay when you're killing a penalty.
Right.
There's 1 minute and 21 seconds left in the Coffey penalty. 4:50 to play in the period. He's had a decent first season in the NHL, has Gary Suter.
He certainly has. A lot of people feel he will challenge for Rookie of the Year. Seemed to have boiled down among 3 guys. Wendell Clark of Toronto, Shel Deline of Montreal, and this young man here, Gary Suter of the Calgary Flames.
Mike Ridley from New York should get some mention in there as well. Gary Suter was driving a beer truck in Madison, Wisconsin this summer, wondering if he'd be signed, and he finally was.
Yeah, you're really right. There are a lot of considerations for Ridley of the Rangers, and of course, who needs to talk about that story? That's an amazing story for the New Yorkers.
You bet. Mark Napier goes for a skate and kills some time on this Calgary power play. 50 seconds left in the Coffey penalty. 2-1 is the score. Calgary leading Edmonton. 4:15 to play in the second period. Mullen and Tonelli have Calgary goals. Esa Tikkanen for Edmonton. And the Flames look awful on this power play, and there's an offside call with 35 seconds to go in the penalty.
Look at Jamie McCowan. Number 10, Danny Quinn's the one that went offside there. And of course, Quinn was inserted into Game 5 in Edmonton. He hadn't played in Game 4. And he led the Calgary team with 17 power play goals during the season. And after the night they had here in Game 4, where they were really all but blanked on the power play with all those opportunities, Bob Johnson put him back in the lineup. And don't you know, he didn't score the first goal in Edmonton the other night. It wasn't a power play goal, but it was a big goal for them.
Nice one, too. He knocked it out of the air. The side of the net. Late in this Calgary power play. Here's Gary Suter on the other side for Reinhardt. His shot was deflected at the side of the net. Kevin Lowe clears the puck. Bounces up the middle. Messier races after it. He speeds away from Suter. Messier in alone. Scores!
Oh, boy. Look at that Oiler bench. Messier finally gets himself a goal on a bad bounce off the boards on a Calgary power play. Kevin Lowe put the puck around the boards, and look at the kick right there. And Reinhardt, who was over pinching against the boards, expecting it to come up, couldn't get to it. Messier went wide. Vernon got a big piece of it, but somehow it crawled up over top of the little goaltender. Suter not able to get back. Look at that. He hits it, a skate up over his right shoulder and back into the net, and we are tied at 2. A shorthanded goal by Mark Messier. And for Messier, that's only his 3rd goal of the playoffs. His 1st in this series.
And his 2nd shorthanded goal of the playoffs.
Yeah. What a time he chose to get himself into the game. Holy mackerel.
2-2 tie. Goal comes at 16:20. Coffey's still in the penalty box. Now he's out.
Jim, now that Coffey comes out, talk about breaks again.
Yeah, the Oilers have got a couple tonight.
That's exactly the kind of thing you mean when you talk about who gets the breaks.
Tikkanen's goal from a bad angle.
Yep. And that's just a bad bounce off the board. You can't blame Reinhart for it.
He dove desperately to try and get to the puck, but couldn't. We'll see how this affects the Oilers now and gets them pumped up, or if it does.
Icing called here against the Oilers.
Yeah.
With 3:03 to play, 2-2 tie.
Grant Fuhr and Kevin Lowe draw the assists on Messier's goal. At 16:20 to tie this game at 2-2.
Just, I'd like to say incredible, unbelievable, magic. There's a lot of words that could be used to describe the kind of hockey that we have seen in this series. And once again, Messier, Suter desperately trying to get there. See what Messier, one of the keys there. He got that big right knee out. He knew Suter was there. He blocked his body and the puck and his stick with his right knee from Suter, and it allowed him time to get backhand and flip it up over top of Vernon. Boy.
You had to know that when he got the puck at center ice, there weren't many people in this league that are going to catch Mark Messier, that he was going to break away. Suter gave it a good try.
You know, and I said that Messier picked a good time to come to life. It's not that he hasn't been trying. The effort's been there. There's a penalty going to be called against the Calgary Flames as Anderson blocked the shot by McInnes, and he was going to break away. And McInnes just hauled him down at center ice. And not much question about the call there. And now the Oilers, after having tied it on a shorthanded goal by Messier, will get a power play opportunity. Right now, let's go down to Jim Kelly.
Okay, Mick, back behind Mike Vernon. It's a 2-2 hockey game, and coming up in our 2nd intermission, another chat with Walter Gretzky, whose son's team tied it up 2-2 against the Flames. Also, Bob Plager, a scout with the St. Louis Blues, will be our special guest at the intermission. Speaking of the Blues, they lost 5-3 to Toronto. We'll join Tom Mees. He'll have highlights of that game. A check of Sports Center, and Tom will also have highlights of our 2-2 deadlock here. Mickey, the crowd now is very quiet. It's been very emotional for the Flames. So what will those 2 quick Oiler goals do to the emotion of the team?
Well, certainly the Flames had it all going their way.
Gretzky took a shot, and Mike Vernon made the save right off the faceoff. The power play is on. It is McInnes off for interference at 17:06.
Try to answer that question, Jimmy. Was that action stopped now? It's just, certainly they were quite happy in this building, obviously, to be up 2-0, but you know, I don't think that it's going to take the kick out of them as much as you might think. I mean, they're still even, they're at home, and they're still very much in the hockey game as you look at that Oiler opportunity with Vernon making the glove save.
Fairly harmless.
But you can bet that these people are going to take more than just a tie game, and Edmonton coming back from a 2-goal deficit to dampen their spirits, and the hockey team as well.
They played very well in this 2nd period. The Oilers have had a couple of breaks and are tied up 2-2. 2:48 to play. And the Oilers are on a power play. They're 0 for 1 with a man advantage tonight as Coffey takes a shot just wide of the net. Goes after the bouncing puck, shot it high. It hit a man in front. Jamie McCowan knocked it down. Oilers still have the puck. Glenn Anderson, number 9. Back in the point to Wayne Gretzky. Checked by Joel Otto, who got the puck outside of the blue line. Here's Otto again playing power play, playing shorthanded situations, and at even strength. Now he goes off the ice. And Håkan Loob comes on as a penalty killer, but the Oilers move the puck in. Glenn Anderson checked on the boards. Risebrough couldn't knock the puck out. Here's Messier checked from behind by Sheehy. Anderson to Coffey. Huddy took a shot at the side of the net. McCowan knocked it away. Flames are able to clear the puck down the ice. 1:05 remaining in the penalty. Al McInnes is off for interfering with Glenn Anderson. Less than 2 minutes to play, 2nd period. 2-2 the score. Here comes 99. Poke checked at the line, and the Oilers are called offside as the puck went over and back.
Well, the Flames once again defensively, even shorthanded, are lining their players up across that blue line. The Oilers not dumping it in. Of course, you don't like to give it away with the extra man unless you can help it and let the other team have a chance to get possession. But if Calgary continues to just line their players up across the blue line, the Oilers are going to have to just dump it in and get somebody on the fly on the wings going after it, get it first.
They certainly have the players to be on the fly on the wings. Anderson and Messier, perfect examples of players who can go in and get the puck. Curry, another. Dan Quinn helping to kill the penalty now, shoots the puck into the Oilers zone. Minute and a half left in the second period. This 2-2 tie, 40 seconds to go in the Flame penalty. Mark Messier checked from behind, but gets the puck to Coffey. Couldn't get the shot away. Here's a chance for Quinn, trying to break away. He's 2-on-1. Quinn holds on. Great save by Fuhr off Patterson.
Unbelievable.
Another great save by Grant Fuhr.
A 2-on-1 again. And a mad pile-up now as bodies. They start to battle each other in front. The Oilers caught up the ice on a power play, give up a 2-on-1, and Quinn made a very, very good play to use his teammate and give him the puck at the last minute out in front. 1-on-1 Grant Fuhr, and again, Fuhr stole the show. Absolutely picked Patterson's pocket.
Good play by Quinn.
Coffey has trouble with the puck, juggles it back, and away they go. Quinn and Patterson, a 2-on-1. And there's Randy Gregg, who sprawled, and look at Fuhr. My goodness.
Oh, just got his legs together and it got his.
Patterson just let it go. He can't pick a spot there on that kind of a play. Quinn made a beautiful play to go around as Randy Gregg just tried to sprawl in front and try to prevent the pass coming out in front. But Quinn got it to his teammate Patterson. And
what a play.
That man was there again, Grant Fuhr.
24 seconds showing on the penalty to McInnes. A minute 18 to go, second period.
Kind of goaltending we're seeing out of Grant Fuhr is
number 11.
Conn Smythe type goaltending. This is the most valuable player in the playoffs. Boy, oh boy. Roughing penalties are given out to Mark Messier and Colin Patterson, and they go straight to the benches with only a minute 18 to go, or straight to the dressing room rather, with a minute 18 left in the period. 24 seconds still left on the Edmonton power play.
Coincidental minors for roughing against the two number 11s.
Of course, it was Patterson that had the scoring chance. He was very frustrated.
Great opportunity for a shorthanded goal, but Grant Fuhr, as he has so many times tonight, thwarted the Flames' attack. Edmonton still on a power play here with the faceoff deep in their own zone. Glenn Anderson, number 9, carrying the puck out. Has Gretzky and Krushelnyski up with him as he fires the puck in. There's an example of them shooting it in and the wingers being on the fly. Bouncing puck on the boards. Anderson was hit. Calgary comes up with a puck. Risebrough's long shot over the net. Grant Fuhr looked pretty cool as he one-hopped that one and picked it up in front of the net.
Boy, that's a funny bounce coming off that glass, getting straight back over the top of the net. Usually the glass isn't that bouncy, if you will, or almost like a bank on a pool table. That just came straight off the glass and back over top of the net. Fuhr just calmly turned around. You could just picture, look at that thing. Now Grant just, oh, okay, we'll just pick that up here.
No, Swetsky, Gretzky.
You could just see him. Imagine going to try to pick that up and miscuing on it and knocking it into your own net. Holy mackerel.
He seems unflappable on and off the ice, doesn't he?
You know, he's got Grant Fuhr has a funny way of getting ready for a game. He's very relaxed. In the warm-up, he doesn't like to stop a whole lot of shots. He just lets the guys shoot at him. He doesn't care if he stops it or not. He just gets warmed up. But when the bell rings, boy, is he there.
You bet. Jim Poplinski, the Calgary captain, getting set to face off here with Mike Krushelnyski. Less than a minute to play in the second period. Scores tied up 2-2. Off the face-off, here's Gary Suter with a shot. Bounced over to Tonelli, reached for it, couldn't get it. Kevin Lowe ties up Tonelli. Lanny McDonald at the side of the net. Fuhr knocked the puck away. The penalty to McInnes is over. Flames are at full and even strength, and this will bring an icing call against the Edmonton Oilers with 35 seconds left to go in the period. The puck will come back into the Edmonton zone. So the 2 goals scored by Edmonton really doesn't seem to have hurt the Calgary Flames. They're playing well despite the fact.
The kind of feeling they've had throughout this series, coming into the series and the way it's gone for them, they're a very confident bunch. They stand by the rule that they've stood by each other. They're a likable gang, the Calgary Flames, and they feel that that's the strength that's carried them so far. It's going to take more than a couple of goals in a tie game at home in Game 6, that if they win, it's over, to dampen those kind of spirits.
Oilers win the draw. Harry Curry dumps the puck to center. Reinhardt is there for Calgary to McInnes. 25 seconds to go in the second period. Dave Hunter cut off a clearing pass to McTavish. He shoots off the skate of McInnes. McTavish gets it again. Is checked from behind. Here's Hunter turning and shooting. Kicked out by Mike Vernon from the point. Huddy to Coffey. Big screen in front. The pass to Hunter, and he couldn't handle the pass from Coffey, who faked the shot and then made the pass. Time running out in the second period. Good thing the way the Flames are playing right now for Calgary fans. The buzzer sounds, and look out now. McDonald pushing with Huddy at center ice. All the players, the other players, are still on the bench, so there's only 6 aside on the ice.
It started with Curry and McDonald on a collision course as the buzzer went. They both knew each other was coming, and they both got their sticks up.
Huddy came to the rescue. Not much likely to happen here, not with those players involved.
Well, I'll tell you, we've got an interesting scene set here. A 2-2 tie going into the third period in Game 6, the crucial game. Put these two, and at the end of the second period, it's the Calgary Flames 2, the Edmonton Oilers 2.
After 2 periods, there was no scoring in the first period of play. Calgary broke on top with the first 2 goals of the game in the second period. Goal number 1 by Joey Mullen, the kid from Hell's Kitchen in New York City at 4:42. John Tonelli shortly thereafter, a minute 22 seconds later, gave Calgary a 2-0 lead. But Asa Tikkanen, the Finnish import, off a bad angle, scores at 8:21, and then Mark Messier ties the game on a breakaway at 16:20. So we are back where we began. 2 for Calgary, 2 for Edmonton. The scene is this: the Saddledome in Calgary. If Calgary wins, the series is over. Edmonton is gone. If Edmonton wins, a 7th game Wednesday night, and we'll bring you that game if it's in Edmonton at 9:30 Eastern Time on Wednesday night. We're set for what should be one of the greatest periods of hockey yet in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Let's go back to the sold-out Saddledome and Jim Kelly. Jim? The sold-out Saddledome and Jim Kelly. Jim?
The third period is about to begin at the Olympic Saddledome. 2-2 is the score. The Flames and the Oilers. Mickey, what sort of strategy might have taken place in the dressing rooms in the intermission? You think they would be talking about what they're going to do in this period, or just relaxing?
Well, I would say, Jimmy, that most of the things that they'll talk about will be just taking it easy and playing the same way on both sides. They're both playing very well, and they don't want to change anything. But it's just, coaches are going to say to them, listen, get your breath, rest your bodies, and get ready for what's probably going to be one of the biggest periods of your life.
It's hard to imagine that the third period could be any better than the first 2, but this series has been remarkable. Each game, it just seems to get better and better and better.
Hard to believe, isn't it? We talk about having better hockey than we've already seen. It's difficult to think that we could, but let's see what happens.
2-2 is the score, and the third period's underway. Krushelnyski, Gretzky, and Anderson, the Edmonton forwards. If you joined us late, Gretzky and Curry are not playing together tonight. Glenn Sather's broken them up. Gretzky's on the ice with Anderson as his right winger. Coffey dumps the puck in. Al McInnes is back, dumping the puck around on the boards. Håkan Lund couldn't get the puck outside of his line for the Calgary Flames. Jamie McCowan on the boards for Perry Berezan. Hit the linesman's skate. Kerry Wilson comes and tries to pick it up, but can't for the Flames. Jamie McCowan now moving up on the right side. Dumped the puck into the Edmonton zone. Grant Fuhr and Mike Vernon are the goaltenders. The referee is Don Koharski. Hasn't been a very busy man as Calgary moves back in. Lanny McDonald's shot was blocked by Grant Fuhr as Lanny snapped a quick one. He's got a good wrist shot. Back behind his goal is Kevin Lowe, who's played extremely well tonight for the Oilers. Most players on the ice, though, fall into that category.
They're going to make a move it, or they're going to call the face-off there.
Calgary just picking up a man. Lowe had nobody on the move, nobody to pass to.
No, the ice is waved off. No, it's going to be called. Yes.
Mike Vernon came out, but he didn't touch it. So it's an icing call against Edmonton. The score is Calgary 2 and Edmonton 2.
In the minors, you must have called it all 1,000 times. Then one day, you got the call. What's this, rookie umpire? Here's to you. Beechwood age for that clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
Compliments of that gentleman.
This bar's for you.
We're back again in Calgary, where the score is tied 2-2. 23-18 of the shots in Edmonton's favor. Flames get possession off the draw. After the puck is Poplinski to Joel Otto, number 29. Has Mullen out front. Otto using his body, one hand on his stick. There's a shot. Grant Fuhr had it go just wide of the net as Poplinski turned around and banged one just wide. Long pass for Curry, moving in all alone. Poke check. The rebound is shot wide by Messier. Great play by Mike Vernon, and Messier shot one wide.
Wide open net. He blasted it right. Wide up top.
Here come the Flames. Sheehy with a shot to the side of the net. Kevin Lowe breaks it up. There's going to be penalties here. It'll be against Kevin Lowe for high sticking on Joe Mullen. Calgary's going to the power play. The score, the Calgary Flames 2, the Edmonton Oilers 2.
Welcome to Adventures in Insurance. Today we're talking to a man who lives in a treehouse.
Well, it has its ups and downs, but that'll change when I finish my tree garage.
Oh?
You see, I'm buying a car, so I can save on insurance.
I don't get it.
Well, when you insure your house and your car with the Hartford, you get up to 10% off both policies.
The Hartford, the company with the moose.
No, it's a Stag.
How do you plan to get your car up there in the tree garage?
Oh, no problem. I'm getting four-wheel drive.
Year after year, you'll like doing business with the Hartford, the insurance people of ITT.
Number 4, Kevin Lowe.
Now Kevin Lowe heads to the box for the Oilers in disbelief. He stood there for a good 15, 20 seconds, refusing to go. You see the collision in the corner between Lowe and Mullen. Now Lowe's stick did get up on top the shoulder. And here's a look at this. Look at Messier with the wide open net. And blew it high and wide. But
what a play by Vernon on the poke check.
Oh, yes. Curry was in. And the Oilers are shorthanded.
Calgary's 1 for 3 with a man advantage tonight. Tied up 2-2. Back to the point. McInnes shoots. Great save by Fuhr as he just dropped down and let the puck hit him. Could see it all the way. McInnes is back. Gary Suter back with him as well. Lanny McDonald, John Tonelli, and Paul Reinhart playing up front. McDonald behind the net. Tonelli, I think he stepped on the puck and fell down. Up quickly. Checked in the corner by Don Jackson. Tonelli drops down again as he tripped over Don Jackson's leg. Gretzky comes out to center. He was knocked down. Suter poked at his skate and knocked Gretzky down at center. Here's Al McInnes. Starting out of his own zone, 1 minute and 15 seconds left in the penalty to Kevin Lowe. Huddy breaks up the play and sends the puck to center. Gretzky goes off. McTavish comes on. Here's Reinhart. Moving in, drops the puck for McDonald. Other side to McInnes. Holds on now. Into the middle. Suter shoots it. Intended to be deflected, and it was, but it went off an Oiler out of play. At least that's what Reinhart says.
Yeah, Reinhart right away. He tried to deflect the puck. And it looks like that's what they're going to call it, is that it did go off Kevin Lowe or Charlie Huddy in front. Reinhart right away pointed to the referee like it was the other player.
Bob Johnson issuing instructions to Paul Reinhart. 57 seconds left in the penalty.
That's any indication on the penalty to Lowe. Koharski is going to have to call a lot of things in the third period. As we've seen in the past, they have let them try to play hockey and let a lot of things go, but by that indication, he's not going to let anything go.
Oilers get possession. There haven't been many penalties in this game, just 16 minutes, all minor penalties. Messier cuts off a clearing pass. Can't keep it inside the line, though. There's a pass to Napier. Napier moves into the middle. Vernon makes the save. There's the speed of the Oilers, creating a great opportunity as Napier danced into the middle and took the pass as all the Flames were going the other direction. Here's Joey Mullen, number 7. Rink wide for Paul Reinhardt. He'll have to go back towards his own zone to regroup. Suter ahead to Quinn. In come the Flames on the power play. Hokenlube hooked from behind, but holds onto the puck. In behind the goal, Mullen couldn't deflect it out front. Huddy clears, not out. Suter with his shot, knocked away from the front of the goal by Paul Coffey. Just 10 seconds to go in the penalty to Kevin Lowe. Gretzky coming in to check Suter. Tried to get the puck away from him and couldn't. There's a steal by McTavish to Gretzky. Vernon made the save in spectacular fashion.
Another miscue by the Flames. Just as the Edmonton Oilers get back at full strength, and McTavish spotted Gretzky cutting in front. He redirected the pass and tried to get it up over top. There's an interception right there. Craig McTavish. Watch him look up. He sees Gretzky, and look at that. He got it up, but Vernon got out, cut the angle down, and kept it out of there. So Vernon coming up with some heroics of his own here in the third period. As Grant Fuhr has done it for the Oilers all night. Good high-angle view. The Gretzky chance.
The penalty to Kevin Lowe is now over. The Flames are 1 for 4 with a man advantage. That power play was very ineffective. There's 99. Getting set for a face-off against Kerry Wilson.
So not an unusual line combination for Sather. Krushelnyski has played on the left side with Gretzky and Anderson up in front.
Anderson takes a shot off the shoulder of Mike Vernon as it lifted up in the air. Went off the glass, and the Flames are able to move the puck out. Perry Berezan with Patterson and Wilson moving inside the Edmonton zone. Puck was poked away by Randy Gregg. Gretzky to Anderson on the fly up the right side. Krushelnyski going for the net. McCowan takes the man, and after the puck is Al McInnes. The Flames move out now. 4-on-3 at center. McCowan gave it away, ran into Krushelnyski, who dumps the puck in. Al McInnes trying to dump the puck out and can't against Randy Gregg. Now it's loose at center. Here's a 2-on-1 chance. The Flames moving in. Berezan trying to get around Paul Coffey. The Oiler defenseman stays with his man and got the puck away from it. Gretzky flying to center ice. Shoots off the leg of Al McInnes. Mike Vernon out of his net to clear the puck. Teams are trying to complete line changes on the fly as Coffey moves in to try and keep the puck into the Calgary zone and can't. Here's another 2-on-1. Mullen is hooked from behind.
Oh, my goodness. Do you believe that?
Mullen was hauled down, no call. 14:50 to play, third period, in a 2-2 tie. That was a 3-on-1 chance.
That was also a penalty.
You bet. Tikkanen takes the shot. Vernon makes the save. Curry after the rebound. In front here, Steve Smith shoots it just wide of the net. Vernon can't get a hold of it at the side of the goal. Messier was there, but he couldn't shoot it in. Out at center now. Here's Joe Mullen again. Couldn't take the shot as he was stopped by Jackson. Otto's in front of the net. McCowan moving in, trying to center it. Puck is taken away by Messier. He flies down the right side to center. Moving it over the blue line. Gets around Tonelli. In behind the net, Messier centers for Jackson. A weak shot on Vernon. He said, enough of this. Let's take a break and get a face-off. The score, Calgary 2, Edmonton 2.
United Airlines welcomes you to spring with low fares that can take you to more places than any other airline. 150 cities from coast to coast. Fares as low as $39 to $169 each way with full Friendly Skies service. Spring is in the air, so take off with a low United fare.
You're not just flying, you're flying the Friendly Skies.
Played 5:52 in this third period, and it hasn't disappointed, Mickey.
Not in the very least. We've probably seen the best hockey in the playoffs right in this series to date, and I don't know how it could top it. The goaltending's been superb.
Loose puck in front of the net, swept away by John Tonelli. 3-on-2 to center. He's with Risebrough and McDonald. Tonelli working so hard to get to the corner. Lowe got there first and moved the puck around to the boards. Here's Craig McTavish. Moving in with Dave Hunter and Mark Napier. Napier takes the pass, holds up, feeds it to Hunter. Holding on, he shoots it, and Vernon came out, cut down the angle, and made a great save.
Oh, a nice play by Napier. The Oilers, as they do so well, they send somebody towards the front of the net, and their second guy who's open trails in the slot. That's exactly what they did, as Hunter was a late man. With McTavish going for the net. Look at that. They had the Flames back in, but Vernon did the right thing. He came out, cut down the angle, give Hunter nowhere to shoot. He just blasted it right into his midsection.
Fans here haven't got tired of making noise yet.
Sure haven't.
Terry Johnson is number 6 of the Flames after the puck. Can't clear it. Randy Gregg keeps it in. Holding on. He takes a shot now that's blocked by Johnson. Gregg has to chase the puck to center.
What the Flames are doing, Jimmy, is they're backing in front of Mike Vernon. They don't want to continue to do that. It'll hurt them.
Craig McTavish moves back in. Dumps the puck to the inboards. Mike Vernon clears it on the boards. Quickly shot out by the Flames to center. Risebrough couldn't handle a pass, so the Oilers take over. Gregg ahead from McTavish. Muscled off the puck by Terry Johnson. Here come the Flames again. Risebrough holds on. Low goes down. Risebrough holds the puck. Trying to find somebody to pass to, but McDonald was covered by Hunter and couldn't control it. Risebrough had nowhere to go with the puck, and it's pinned to the inboards.
Well, once again, Kevin Lowe just sprawled his body in front of him and gave him nowhere to shoot the puck. Hunter came back, did a good job on the trailer, and took that pass away, so it was one-on-one. And that's what really foiled it off. You get the anticipation now every time down the ice when they get inside the blue line. Potentially, you got the winning goal on your stick.
It's a festive atmosphere, to say the least, at the Olympic Saddle Dome. False start off the faceoff. Wilson, Lube, and Berezan are the forwards. For Calgary, Krushelnyski lost the draw to Kerry Wilson. After the puck was Glenn Anderson. Couldn't get it outside the line. Kept in by Lube. Here's Charlie Huddy. Up on the boards. Kicked in by Håkan Lube. Lube trying to get it back to the point. It's stolen by 99. He's coming to center. Coming wide is Coffey. There's the pass to Coffey. Right out in front. They score! Anderson.
What a play. That's as good a teamwork as you're going to see. Gretzky stole the puck deep in the Edmonton zone and took off. From way back in the end, we look at it, and look at Gretzky just rob Håkan Lube with the puck. Here they come, 3 Oilers. Gretzky gets it over to stop the outside. Coffey, a perfect pass. And Anderson finished it off. And the Oilers go 1-up. Vernon had no chance, as it was a bang-bang pass. Glenn Anderson converting a Paul Coffey pass.
7:24 the time of the goal. How many times this series have seen Coffey get into the play like that, coming up as the 4th forward?
Not a whole lot.
And that's a key to success for the Oilers all the time. Here come the Flames with a shot, and another great save by Fuhr on a rocket from Al McInnes at the point. McInnes, number 2, into the middle. Lanny McDonald couldn't control it. Here's Gretzky again. Knocked down from behind. McInnes falls down. Lost the puck, but he recovered. Out at center. Here's John Tonelli to Lanny McDonald. He shoots. Fuhr calmly makes the save, standing up. Tonelli to the point. McInnes takes the shot wide of the net. Fuhr was being badgered, and Fuhr took a hack at Tonelli with his goal stick as he went back in the net. Here come the Oilers again. Anderson shoots. Deflecting into the corner. Teeking it on the fly after the puck against Joel Otto. Otto is down, but he gets the puck out to center nonetheless. 11:30 to play in this 3rd period. Oilers 3, Flames 2 on the go-ahead goal by Anderson from Coffey and Gretzky. Out at center. Otto can't hold on to the puck. Gregg gets the puck back from Lowe. Shot out to center. Reinhardt checked quickly there by Messier. Stealing the puck is taken into the play as offside. 11:10 to go in the 3rd. The score, Edmonton 3, Calgary 2.
Hey, I hope you're eating potato chips, because I got to show you something. These Delta Gold brand potato chips are so fine you can even see how good they taste. Check this out. Get out one of the chips you're eating and bring it up here. Now, I'll take out one of my chips, and you put your chip next to mine. You see how golden and light-colored these Delta Gold chips are? Well, that's exactly how they taste. Delta Gold chips absolutely sparkle with flavor, and the final proof is you take one out, you pop it into your mouth, and the bing! You are golden.
New Delta Gold brand. You can see how good they taste.
There was a time at the midway mark of this game when Calgary had a 2-0 lead, and it's now 3-2 Edmonton. The Oilers have stormed back. The last goal, Anderson from Coffey and Gretzky at 7:24 of the third. In the Calgary zone, Messier barges in after the puck. Knocked Johnson off it. Tikkanen looking for it. He's hit by Terry Johnson. Joel Otto gets up off the ice, cleared the puck to the line and outside. Curry is back for it. Curry, Messier, and Tikkanen are the forwards for Edmonton. Joel Otto hacks at Steve Smith, trying to get the puck away from him. Poplinski with Mullen and Otto coming in for Calgary. Here's Mullen, knocked down in front of the net as he bounced off two Oilers. Curry to the end boards for Steve Smith, dumping the puck ahead for Dave Hunter. And the puck is shot to center. The Oilers want a line change. They'll just let that puck drift into the Calgary zone. The Flames complete a line change on the fly. Nearing the midway mark, third period. 3-2, Edmonton leading Calgary. At center, Curry waits for Mates to get onside. Lube then had an opportunity to check him. The Oilers still have the puck. Charlie Huddy, number 22. Paul Coffey. Back to Huddy, who moves up now. Nice move to get away from Lube, and he dumps the puck into the Calgary zone. On the boards, Neil Sheehy ran into Coffey, not very heavily though, but he got the puck out to center. Coffey got it away from Lube, and they exchange.
There's a penalty coming up.
It's
going to be Coffey for sure. He broke his stick over Lube, who was down.
It was a retaliation penalty. Lube hit Coffey first. And Lube is hurt after Coffey retaliated and broke his stick over Håkan Lube. Down by a goal, the Flames are going on the power play.
There's no question that Coffey gave him a pretty good two-hander and broke his stick in two. So with the score, Edmonton 3, Calgary 2.
Introducing the G-Shock 5200 watch from Casio. The sports watch that's ready for action with a built-in shock absorber. It's tough, so tough, this G-Shock can take a slap in the face and not even flinch. The G-Shock 5200, just one of Casio's water-resistant sports watches. It's one tough watch to beat.
Well, Lube is up and onto the Calgary bench. Paul Coffey has gone to the penalty box. 2 minutes of slashing will be the call.
Fans here were chanting 5, 5, 5. They wanted the major penalty.
Not a good time for Paul Coffey to retaliate. But sometimes the players just cannot hold back when they get wrapped down there. That started out, as you pointed out, Jim, with Sheehy and Coffey, who lightly collided just inside the blue line, but there was a little slash on the glove by, I don't know what they were looking at up around Lube's throat, because Coffey slashed him on the arm. So let's go to Jim Kelly right now.
Sea of red, we have found a lone Oiler fan. You're kind of like the lone stranger.
I guess that's what I am, but there's a lot of turncoats here. A lot of guys that really were Oiler fans for 2 or 3 years, and they're kind of checking it out because it looks like the Flames might win.
All right, definitely an Edmonton fan who's well-oiled. Guys?
Good thing he's got that hard hat on in here. Here's Danny Quinn for the Flames on the power play. Coffey is off for slashing, and the Flames mess it up at the blue line as Suter tried to pass it over to McInnes. McInnes and Suter, Otto, Mullen, and Dan Quinn are the Flames on this power play. At the point, Suter slides it over to McInnes. He shoots into a crowd, deflected wide. Gretzky after the puck. Always dangerous while shorthanded. He tried to get the puck out to Jari Kurri. There to pick it up is Al McInnes. Just over a minute left in the Coffey penalty. 3-2 Oilers leading. Flames on the power play. Dan Quinn over the line, and the Flames are offside, and their power play is sputtering here again at a bad time.
You know, Gretzky is so effective with that little hook check of his. It's very difficult for opposition to get a good piece of Gretzky. He stays on the perimeter most of the time, and he uses that stick so well, just with a little hook here and there, and he intercepts more passes and steals pucks. Just amazing the way he does it.
It's going to take a little work for that to work tonight. If the Oilers win, Game 7 is Wednesday night in Edmonton. If the Flames win, the Oilers are gone for this season.
And if there is Game 7, we will have it here on ESPN Wednesday night.
Tomorrow night, meanwhile, Montreal and Hartford play Game 7 in the Adams division. At Montreal, we'll have that one for you at 7:30 Eastern Time. That was a great performance by Mike Liut in Game 6.
Wasn't it, though?
1-0 win for the Whale.
The Whale is alive.
Here, there's 8:40 left in the third period. There's going to be a penalty.
Well,
against Gary Suter.
Going to be doubles. Anderson and Suter. Suter had a hold of Glenn Anderson when they went over the line, and Anderson just belted him around, punched him in the back of the head, elbowed him in the front of the face. Suter tripped him. He had a good hold on Anderson, and I do think, though, Jimmy, at first that Koharski was only going to call a penalty on Anderson, but then Suter came back with a trip, and he evened it up. Now watch Suter grab a hold of Anderson who tries to break in. You might wonder who should get the penalty here. Look at Anderson, absolutely belting. Then there's a little trip, the retaliation.
Looks like Anderson was just going to get the elbowing penalty. You're right.
There's definitely Koharski had the hand up, and that would have put the Oilers 2 men short.
Anderson, 2 minutes for elbowing.
Coincidental minors.
To the Flames, number 20, Gary Suter, 2 minutes for tripping.
There you
time,
have it.
11:25.
Elbowing to Anderson and tripping to Suter. They'll stay 5 skaters to 4 in favor of Calgary with 53 seconds left in the Paul Coffey penalty.
Flames really have to get this power play going to work. They have a power play goal tonight, but their power play still hasn't been very good on the evening as a whole.
It hasn't been very good throughout the playoffs.
No.
Came in it tonight with a power play of only 14.9%, 7 for 47.
And they had the 4th best power play in the league during the regular season, but it's faltered here, partly because of Edmonton's penalty killing, I'm sure, in this series.
And once again, you like that power play. Playoff time, I think we've seen the power plays on all the teams. The percentages are down because of the intensity involved and the way that the penalty killers have worked.
Hokenlube has recovered from the slash that he took. He didn't lie on the ice long after he looked up and saw it was only a 2-minute penalty. He got up and headed for the bench. I think he was okay. Cheer up. You're only 1 goal down. Puck is dumped in by Edmonton. 30 seconds left in the penalty. Otto dumping the puck in on the end boards. Randy Gregg is the first Oiler back. Off the boards to Messier. He speeds out. Could be a 2-on-1. Otto trying to get back.
No penalty.
Knocked his man down. You bet there's no penalty. He just lets that one go. Here's Joe Mullen, number 7, scooting to center. 3-on-2. The Flames come in. Reinhardt, number 23, back to Lube. Into the middle to McGinnis. He shoots it. Knocked away by Randy Gregg. Messier dumps the puck down the ice with 2 seconds left. Coffey's back on the ice. Oilers are at full strength, leading 3-2. 7.5 minutes to go. Here's a steal. McTavish in alone. Hooked from behind, and Vernon has the puck under him. No penalty on the play, and a face-off in the Calgary zone. The score, Edmonton 3, Calgary 2.
Only vulcanized pressure-treated lumber has the diamond label. It's your lifetime guarantee against termites and decay. Find the diamond. It's worth looking for.
It's official. The National Hockey League's official vitamin is Unicap, including Unicap M, the better balanced vitamin. That's Unicap vitamins.
I'm Carl Grant.
And I'm Errol Comer.
Working for this man can turn employees into millionaires.
And business leaders are gathering in Washington. We'll tell you why.
Tuesday on ESPN.
Jim Houston with Mickey Redmond and Jim Kelly back at the Saddle Dome in Calgary, Alberta. 3-2, the Oilers lead as they try and force a 7th and deciding game in the Smythe Division Final. Champions are always tested, and the Oilers are being tested to their limit in this series. If there's a 7th game Wednesday, we'll have it for you at 9:30 Eastern. There's a puck dumped in by Doug Risebrough. Teams that even in full strength again, the Oilers have just killed off their 5th penalty of the night. Krushelnyski just ran into Jamie McCowan. Right in front, Krushelnyski shoots it. Vernon got a piece of that. It just went wide.
Somehow it went through him.
Amazing. Here's Gretzky centering for Curry. Knocked away. Curry's back with Gretzky now. Krushelnyski's out as well.
Blast.
2 lines.
You can't hardly hear a whistle in this building. You almost, for us, we have to watch the actions of the linesman and the referee.
There were 3 Oiler linesmen out there that called that as well.
That's right. That puck somehow off of Krushelnyski, big Mike Krushelnyski, got the backhand off. It went through Mike Vernon. He got a piece of it and squirted wide to the far goal post. Look at that, right between the elbow and the body and wide of the net. 7 minutes exactly in regulation time.
Shots on goal in this period, 9-4 for Edmonton. 32-21 overall for the Oilers. And they lead 3-2. It's tense in this building now. Not as noisy. McTavish is decked in the corner by Terry Johnson. Now here's Johnson out at center ice. Puck is stolen by Messier, or make that Napier. McTavish after the puck. Napier moves in front, holding on. Could have taken a shot, but he chose not to. Centering pass and a backhander is wide to McTavish. Might have liked to have a chance on his forehand to take that shot. In the corner now, Hunter, as the Oilers buzz the Flames here. Oilers lost the puck and Calgary comes out. Here's Perry Berezan, number 21, holding on to the puck as the Flames are called offside. A late call.
No, with that whistle, Anderson and Suter come back onto the ice now. Both teams at full strength.
Some concern on the face of Coach Bob Johnson. Same at the other bench for Glenn Sather. A 1-goal game in a Stanley Cup playoff series.
That collision by Johnson and McTavish down in the corner. McTavish following up with a good scoring chance.
.6:15 to play, 3rd period. Jamie McCowan back at his own line, gets the puck ahead, intended for Poplinski, broken up by Don Jackson. Here comes Curry in with Tikkanen, breaking for the net. There's the shot. Vernon got a piece of that one with his blocker as Tikkanen was breaking for the net, looking for a deflection or a rebound and didn't get one. Here's Tikkanen turning, trying to center. Messier's out front, barging through a crowd. Huddy keeps the puck in. Tikkanen shot it across the goal mouth, and it's picked up by Mullen. Ahead for Poplinski at center, trying to break away. Fuhr is out and has the puck.
Ooh. Good decision by Grant Fuhr, as the puck was bobbled by Poplinski as he broke between the Edmonton defense. Grant Fuhr thought that he could get there and did, and held the puck for the faceoff. 5:39 to go. Regulation time. Watch Fuhr come into your picture right there. Poplinski not able to get to it. First, we saw a gamble very much like that in Game 4 right here, where Vernon gambled, or I should say Lemelin, and came out of the net. Let's go back to Game 2. How about that? Where
a long series.
Krushelnyski beat Lemelin to the puck, and Napier tied the game 4-4. Dangerous when those goaltenders come out of their net.
Fans cheer their Flames on as Tonelli comes up with a puck. Centering pass. It's loose in front. Fuhr's got it.
No goal. Boy, what a scramble. Koharski right there behind the net. He waited to blow the whistle, too. It wasn't a quick whistle as they jammed away in front of Grant Fuhr.
Risebrough and McDonald tried to push Fuhr right back into the net.
Tonelli with a little flip pass out in front before he went around the net. Look at all the Oilers back in there. There's 3 of them. Can't even see who the Flame was. It was a Mullen, number 7, trying to jam it away, or
McDonald.
Lanny McDonald.
Banging at that like a flipper on a pinball machine, trying to put the puck in the net.
Tell ya.
Grant Fuhr has been superb tonight. His team up 3-2. They were down 2-0 in the 2nd period. Oilers try and force the 7th game as Suter shoots one right into the glove of the cool Grant Fuhr.
This is the kind of hockey, Jim, that 3 years ago the Oilers were not content to play. The last time they lost to the Islanders in the playoffs. And they weren't content to play very close 2-1, 3-2 type hockey games. But that year, following that year, they really got patient. And now they can play in these type of hockey games.
There's Mike Krushelnyski, who turned 26 yesterday, matching his number.
I guess the key to that is they don't feel like they've got to score 4 and 5 goals, 6 goals to win games.
They can win a 3-2 game.
When you've got the likes of Grant Fuhr and Andy Moog between the pipes, I guess you can have that confidence.
Puck is shot to center by the Oilers. The Flames will move it back in. Tonelli ran into the linesman. McDonald gets to the puck. Icing was, offside was waved off. Looked like they were going to call it for a second. Risebrow out in front. McDonald couldn't get to it. Suter with a shot. Desperation from a bad angle. McInnes shot an end-over-end roller into the stands for the stop in play. Really looked like that was an offside.
The linesman got confused on that. One thought it was offside, one thought it wasn't. There was a scramble on the far side. I think what happened is the linesman on the far side, who I think was Swede Knox, could not really see because Tonelli was right at his feet and really in his face, and he couldn't tell where the puck was. That's why there's 2 of them.
Wayne Gretzky predicted that if the Oilers lost this series, that there would be changes on the club, that this team were fighting for their lives, their jobs against the Calgary Flames. And they played hard tonight and have a 3-2 lead. Hunter with a centering pass. Mark Napier can't get a shot away, and it squirted through to Mike Vernon, who held on.
Not a good play by Vernon. He handed the puck right to Hunter of the Oilers. It almost cost him. Napier couldn't find the handle out in front. Say there with some words to Coffey. I'm sure that they're starting to talk now with 4:45 to go. I don't want you guys gambling too much and pinching in. You've got to get back and cover up. If you can go and you know you can win it, fine, stay in. If you can't, do not gamble. Very few times in any hockey game that the Oilers don't gamble. They like to do it, and most of the time they win at it.
Part of the game plan every night. McTavish and Joel Otto. Look at them get head-to-head down there. Otto is so big, he can't help but get head-to-head with everyone.
Well, he's been thrown out of more face-offs than he's taken in this series.
Showing the signs of a battle. Oilers win the draw. Coffey the shot. Blocked by Joey Mullen. Out to center. Charlie Huddy has the puck. Over to Coffey. Flips it in the air, and Jim Poplinski tries to control it and does. Off the boards, McTavish almost kept it in as he raced up to the blue line, but the Flames have the puck. Otto to Gary Suter. Couldn't control the puck. Sheehy raced in to keep the puck to the end boards for the Flames. Coffey is checked quickly, but he gets the puck ahead for Napier. Napier, McTavish, and Hunter can't get the puck out of their own zone. McTavish will make another attempt. Gave the puck away. Sheehy shoots it. Blocked in front, and down on top of it is Huddy.
What a giveaway. Boy, the Oilers really got a break that time. A dead giveaway right in front of the net.
He's lucky he gave it to Sheehy.
Well, it might be. Sheehy, not one of your better shooters or known as your offensive type defenseman. But look at the interception right there, and as it was, an Oiler teammate came out and bailed out McTavish as he got a piece of the Sheehy shot before he really let it loose. But Sheehy, known as a defensive defenseman, very seldom finds himself in that position so deep in the zone with a chance to fire one home. 4:06 to go. Nobody has to tell Craig McTavish he made a very bad play. He knows himself. You can bet it won't happen again.
Flames win the draw. Blocking the shot from McInnes was Randy Craig. Calgary keeps the puck in. Kevin Lowe clears to Gretzky. He's out with Messier and Anderson. Messier was just out for the faceoff. Now he goes to the bench, and Krushelnyski comes out. Poke and lube up the middle. Gretzky is back to deflect it to Kevin Lowe. They'll wait for a man to get onside.
They'll be taking as much time as they possibly can, where the Flames will give them room to play with it. Now that we get under 4 minutes.
3.5 to go as the Oilers try and rag the puck.
The old game of dump it in and dump it out.
Gretzky moving in on the the backhand. He shoots it. Vernon made the save on an easy shot. Gretzky trying to center now at the side of the net. McCowan gets the puck ahead for John Tonelli. Moving out with Hokenlube. They're 2-on-2. Risebrough coming late in the play. Tonelli looks around as he goes to the end boards. Steps around Coffey. Trying to center it. Can't get it out in front. They bang and crash on the end boards, and coming up with the puck is Randy Gregg to Gretzky, and there you see what they want to do. Just flip it out to center. But avoid the icing.
Under 3 minutes to go.
Gary Suter checked by Messier. Good forechecking. Tikkanen takes a shot. Squirted through the legs. Risebrough saved the day and keeps the Flames in this one. Doug Risebrough moves out to center. 2:40 to go. Drop pass to McDonald. He shoots, and Fuhrer has it in his glove. 2:39 to go in the third.
Stanley Cup hockey at its best. The Flames now, with 2:39 to go, you can bet they'll be gambling offensively.
Risebrough, McDonald, and Tonelli have had one of their best nights in this series for Calgary.
Yes, they have. John Tonelli's played a superb hockey game. There's Otto with that big cut.
He's played a lot and has played well in this series, too.
He has.
Bochy and Messier lock horns here in this faceoff.
Look who's back out on the ice. Who just made a miscue is Craig McTavish. Say they're not afraid to put him right back out there. You can bet he'll be making sure this time.
Otto and Messier turned out of the faceoff circle again. Poplinski and McTavish. Poplinski's a former center, now left winger, but he lost the draw to McTavish. Craig McTavish coming out with Curry over on the right side. Hunter comes up to join them as Messier was just out for the faceoff. Now he's on the bench. Oilers making changes on the fly. Gretzky takes the puck and moves it in offside. That's intentional, I would think, and should come all the way back, but they won't do it.
It looked intentional. 3 feet outside, Gretzky had his face pointed towards everything in front of him. He knew two teammates were in. He really didn't care if he caused an offside. Force another faceoff with 2:22 to go. This crowd now hoping for a bit of a miracle that the Flames can come back and tie it. The clock now, the ally of the Edmonton Oilers. Down 2-0. The midpoint of this hockey game. They lead it 3-2.
Tikkanen, Messier, and Anderson have come back to score the goals for Edmonton after Mullen and Tonelli staked the Flames to a 2-0 lead. Kevin Lowe back in his own zone. Checked by Lanny McDonald. John Tonelli races to the corner. Is hit by Randy Gregg. The Flames running out of time. Down by a goal. Risebrough trying to center. Can't do it against Lowe. On the boards, Krzyzewski moves it to Gretzky. Anderson is the right winger. Gretzky tried to shoot it in, was knocked down, and the Flames get the puck. McDonald had it knocked off his stick. Reinhardt kept it onside. Bouncing puck into the slot. Picked up by Coffey, who leads a 3-on-2 rush to center. 1:40 to go,
Offside.
third period. A back pass is offside as Anderson and Coffey got fancy.
Not the time. Not the time to get cute. Especially when you've got a 3-on-2. Less than 2 minutes to go. Last thing you want to do is either cause an offside, which did happen, or make a bad blind pass and have the other team break away with 3 forwards caught. Bob Johnson now planning his strategy to get Vernon out of the net with 1:42 to go.
He sent Poplinski over with a message to Mike Vernon.
Probably to tell him exactly about what time he wants him to head towards the bench, assuming Calgary has possession over the red line and in the Oilers zone.
Which they don't right now, but it's a little early to pull your goalie. Down 1, McTavish checking and steals the puck. Got it to Messier. Waiting for Curry to get in front. Messier's shot is blocked. The rebound is loose in front. McTavish took a bang at it and couldn't get it through the defense. McCowan just dumps the puck to center. 1:20 to go. Oilers 3, Flames 2.
We'll see Vernon any time now that the Flames get it in and over and get possession.
Staying where he is right now is Mike Vernon. Oilers got the puck to center. Now Joel Otto moved it over the line. Couldn't get it in, though. Here's Curry coming back. 1 minute and 2 seconds to go. Curry kills some time. Dumps the puck to the end boards. The Oilers change on the fly. We're in the last minute of the third period. Gretzky stole the puck. Couldn't move to the front of the net. Back pass to the front of the goal, and Gretzky is caught in deep. Here come the Flames. 45 seconds to go. Vernon is leaving the net. Coming towards the bench. Otto is taken down as he comes to the end boards, and the Oilers shoot it down. 35 seconds to go. The Calgary net is empty for the sixth attacker. 3-2, the Oilers lead. Otto had to let that go, or it would have been a two-line offside pass. That's why he didn't touch it.
That's
now there's an
onside.
empty net for Mike Krushelnyski. Onside, and there will be a game number 7. The Stanley Cup champions aren't ready to die quite yet.
Incredible comeback as this place begins to completely empty out. 9:30 Wednesday night Eastern Time. Back in Edmonton at the Coliseum for Game 7. Boy, are the Oilers relieved, happy. A lot of words you could use for how they feel right now. Krushelnyski gets the deciding insurance goal with just 22 seconds left. What a hockey game.
They
what
have really dug down deep tonight, didn't they? The Oilers came out storming.
Certainly did.
Had a bad start to the second period, got down 2-0, but the third period, they just put it all together. Glenn Anderson with the winner at 7:24. Krushelnyski puts it away with this empty netter at 19:38. 20 seconds to go. Mike Vernon is back in the goal. And it's not over for the Stanley Cup chance quite yet. In fact, they get another one well after the issue is settled as Craig McTavish pokes the puck in behind Mike Vernon, and it's 5-2 Oilers. Flames may have relaxed knowing this one is over.
Yeah, McTavish just with a quick snapshot, wrist shot to the top corner short side. And so with the Oilers going back home, our Hartford Insurance player of the game is none other than Grant Fuhr, who kept the Oilers in it when they were down 2-0, made some Conn Smythe type stops against the Flames and really shut the door on them. No question about who that man is tonight for the Oilers, the leader and the star of the hockey game.
Well, these hockey games between Calgary and Edmonton just keep getting better, and Wednesday night at 9:30 on ESPN, you'll see the climax of this series as they make it a one-game series.
Well, it's the way it's gone so far. Calgary has won the first, third, and fifth. Edmonton the second, fourth, and sixth.
They've won twice in Edmonton. Is it too much to ask for them to win 3?
Not at all. You can throw all the rules out in Game 7. Just like basically they did tonight. They'll just go out and give them the hockey bag and the equipment and turn them loose and try to play as well as they can and see what happens.
The Edmonton Oilers have defeated the Calgary Flames by a 5-2 score to even this series at 3 games apiece, going to Edmonton for game number 7 on Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern.